Hello, and welcome back to Shadow Space.
Okay, I just shot someone.
Starring,
Someone
going
died.
from top to bottom. Seth, played by Veneer.
Hello, it's Veneer. Hi.
Barbara, played by Tristan. You cut out, so all I got was.
Hi. Why am I cutting out?
Why are you so loud?
Hello, little one. Hi. Hello, puppy.
Oh,
And then he
Veneer,
died.
don't call me that on camera. People will start to think things.
Oh,
He's talking to the dog. There's an animal in our proximity right now, right?
Max.
Oh yeah, why is the dog so loud?
Max, played by Greg.
I don't know what you want. I do not have any money, but I have a certain set of skills I've acquired from Reddit and 4chan.
And Hopper, played by Doodle.
Hello.
Okay. We are. So, who wants to recap where we left off?
Mackenzie sucks.
And why is that the takeaway from the whole scene that played out?
Well,
Somebody nearly
anyways, Mackenzie
attempts to remove their own cybernetics.
mutilated herself.
Attempted to remove their own cybernetics to a
And
upsetting result.
yeah,
You guys had successfully removed the final stone that was causing the gravitational effects, with action having been taken by Father White. And you are now but then you realize that the storms didn't seem to be going away like they were supposed to. And making your way back to the broken city, you see that the cultists, the followers of Darwin, have already made it there. And are in the facility, and you are all currently flying over the facility. So, what is the plan?
Can we see any of their ships outside as we land or no?
We walked it.
Mm-hmm. They walked there. You're all in your ship over the facility. It looks like the power is off to the tower that T-Dog was left in.
wait. So, who is it that's marching on them?
The cultists are all in the facility. The followers of Eden.
Hopper's worried about T-Dog and Mother.
Mother.
Barbara also is.
But Mother?
The lights aren't on, so that's not good.
And actually, hang on. I'm going to go ahead and draw the layout of the facility super fast in very basic shapes. You guys can continue talking, but I'll draw it so you have a visual.
Okay, thank you.
It'll just take me a moment. Can interact, talk, form a plan.
Okay.
So what's the plan here?
Oh, if we can at least get into the high tower, there's one way to try to get into where T-Dog is, hopefully, still there.
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
Because if anything, most likely someone's gonna be up there, but if we try to land, it's gonna be a lot of people we're gonna be going through. And I'm worried if they somehow would have managed to override Mother's commands. The last thing I think any of us want is to be attacked by those robots again.
We can't let those cultists get to the top. If Darwin gets the power that T-Dog has, then he will be unstoppable.
Mm-hmm. But there's no other place to.
I mean, we.
Oh. There's no other place to kind of land the ship safely.
Hang on, I'm about to be drawing the facility so you'll be able to see any possible spaces. Sorry. There we go. I finally got all my things.
I thought there was like a landing pad near the top of the tower.
There is not.
Okay.
Hang on. Okay. So I'm about to start drawing out the facility now. So, or the city, really. So, near the edge of the city, or not near the edge, it's near the center, what am I saying? At the center of the city is the tower that T-Dog is in. I'm adjusting myself a little. That tower is taller than any other building in the city by a wide margin. And
How wide of a margin?
a wide one. Around it, there is a series of other buildings. Hang on. This building here was the one you guys landed in last time, the big one that I just drew. And it's like basically the shadow space equivalent of an airport. It's like a big docking building, so the roof is filled with like a bunch of skylights that open up with little force fields over them, essentially. There is what is distinctly a sort of a old style power plant way off at one end of the facility. If you had to guess, it likely operates on some sort of fission system, because you know that this is a seed vessel city. Seed vessels were sent out of Earth prior to the invention of shadow energy.
This headset keeps getting curled. Sorry.
All good. Hang on, I'm just trying to get a good position. There we go. So there's a big, like, what's likely a nuclear power plant that operates. There's a series of big mega block buildings. And for context, that small circle in the middle that is T-Dog's tower, that tower has, like, the footprint size of the Empire State Building. So these are massive mega structure style buildings that make up the facility, the facility, or the city, I should say. This building here, this rectangular one I'm drawing, you can tell is a greenhouse type design due to the windows on it. So likely something that is used for, you know, would have been used for farming and stuff if the place had been built the way it was meant to be. And then this cluster of buildings I'm doing now are, like, only about 3 to 4 stories across all of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and
So which one is the one T-Dog's in?
The little circle that I just colored in white. So I'm gonna just sort of color code some of these a little bit.
The delay is so bad
All good.
on my end. Well, not for me.
Oops.
Let me take a look. Give me a second.
All
Sorry
good.
about that.
All good.
Okay.
I'm just drawing the last few bits of the facility up for everyone.
Pop this out. There we go.
And connecting all of the buildings, there is a series of tubes and walkways that you can move between the buildings without being exposed to the outer atmosphere. So can I quickly get a history check from everybody to see what I can tell all of you about seed cities and what you would know?
Okay.
Alright, give me a second. Let me just get the program that I use.
Max gets a bonus to this.
Oh, should I roll another die with it?
Yes. Barbara gets a bonus. And Hopper gets a bonus.
Okay.
Why?
Because Margos would have taught you this. they would have had a specific focus on this part of history.
I got a 3. It would have been more, but that bonus you gave me was a 1.
I got 3
I'm
successes.
so sorry. 3 successes.
That's fine.
You all have star points if you want to spend them to get rid of things. This is more so a, the better you roll, the more info I give you. The general
So my
tiers sorry, what'd you get? Or, hang on, so, everybody tell me your number of successes.
So,
I got-
sorry.
Go ahead.
I got 3 successes.
Alright, you got 3. What was your question, Max?
3.
I was gonna say that my regular dice was a 6, but the bonus he gave me a 9.
Alright, yeah, so that's 2.
Yeah.
Wait, you only got 2 successes on 6 dice? Damn.
Well,
I mean-
no, I only rolled 2 dice.
No, you're supposed to roll 5 by default. Dude, you've been doing this system for months. What?
No,
In 2
we
different
have.
campaigns.
We have. I apologize. This is why I made it clear I'm like 70 or 75% here because I was out all day in the sun.
Oh, okay. Fair.
I apologize. All right.
Okay.
Let me. Do you mind if I redo that?
No, just roll another 4 dice.
Okay.
And it's anything 5 or up is a success.
No, 6 and up.
Yeah, sorry, 6 up. Not I meant 5. When I said 5 up, I meant like not counting a 5.
Alrighty. I got 1 5, but 2 6s and 1 7.
How many total?
So that would be.
Oh, no.
His brain doesn't work.
Yes, the numbers right now. I'm actually struggling with numbers. Holy shit. That would be 6 dice I technically rolled. So with 1 being a 5. So
So you got 5.
yeah, 5 successes.
All of them are 6 or above?
Yes.
Okay. So you got 5. How many did Barbara get?
3.
3 and 3 for Seth. And what did Hopper get?
2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Alright. So for the 3s, you know that siege cities and seed vessels are like the ultimate treasure trove for a scout. Seeds were made before this. Seed ships were made before the discovery of shadow drive technology. These were big ships pumped full of earthen technology and resources and shot into space to eventually land on hopefully habitable planets with cryogenically frozen people, where robots would build up a city, establish it, and then the first generation of people would start to build up and live in this built society and work with terraforming technology to terraform the planet they were on further to make it more habitable, before tapping into gene banks of raw human DNA to grow more people. And, you know, in order to help facilitate their genetic diversity. So more or less you have, like, copies of DNA from almost every human on Earth in some of these things. But most of them, from what you understand, have been, like, either found or lost. For the 5 crews, for the 2 people who got 5, you know that these ships were made, by, what was the company name? Observer Labs, which was a lab, I can use words. A scientific group that existed, like, on old Earth in its end, like, near the, like, the time before shadow space, or shadow drives were discovered. So I'm trying to, like, sort in my head the wording I'm trying to use. And they were a group dedicated to trying to fix the issues that were permeating Earth before, people began to leave it and abandon it. Because Earth was wrought with environmental and human-driven destruction from wars and industry and stuff like that. And a lot of the terraforming technology that got put into the siege ships was stuff that was also trying to be used to help Earth. And... words. you would know that the technology on these ships is more or less treated as like lost technology. But so to give a layout of the facility that you're looking at now, the white dot in the middle is the tower that T-Dog is on. The gray building next to it is the primary building that you would land in to navigate the facility. The red buildings to the right, you can very clearly tell are allocated for some sort of industry, judging by the smokestacks and such they have on them. The green building on the bottom is very clearly meant to be some sort of greenhouse type building. The buildings in the bottom left, you can tell, are supposed to be sort of a mega dense, like apartment complex type structure, with them having this sort of pyramidal shape to them, like these tapered, almost Aztec style pyramids. And the bluer buildings nearby are just a collection of incredibly large buildings that are like 2 or 3 stories tall apiece. And then the light green ones in the top left are 3 nuclear fission silos for like fission power plants.
So the green one is the pyramid one?
No, the deep blue in the bottom left are the pyramidal, like,
Oh, right.
apartment buildings. The one to the green one in the
broken
bottom
pyramids.
right. The green one in the bottom right is like a big, you know what those like half cylinder shapes a building can have? They're like a big half cylinder in the ground. That have like
Okay.
the walls are primarily made of this glass that you know is designed to filter like solar radiation to make it similar to Earth-like sunlight once it goes through to help plants grow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. For landing locations, obviously the primary place designed for you to land in and board is the big landing building. But all over the exterior buildings are doorways in. So you could really land anywhere and make your way in. And in terms of scale, the footprint of this facility is about the size of Queens, New York. Like, this is a mega structure. Like, this is a small city.
I see.
So, what is the plan?
You said the building next to the red ones is like a landing place?
Yes, the gray one that sits between the red and the white, that's like the main docking platforms for if you wanted to land in the in this facility. And it would put you right near T-Dog.
I think that's our best bet, personally. And where's the large crowd of cultists right now?
Oh, they have been like they're filtering in words. It seems like there's only a handful of them outside of the facility. You can like
Where?
I'm trying to think of which direction they would have come from. There's a small camp built in the area, like between the nuclear silos and the low height buildings.
So on the left side?
Yes, in the space between the green circles and the blue squares, like that little gap that forms, they've clearly built like an encampment of like sheet metal tents. And I'm gonna quickly say, as you guys are observing this, you're gonna notice there's ships coming.
Yes.
What?
And as you turn and look, these ships are covered in a very familiar symbol, the Pulsar logo.
No.
Fuck, not them.
It must be after their pillow leader.
Oh God, that way of wording that.
We should probably move in quickly now.
We need to move in quickly before they're gonna come. We gotta go.
Okay, but where are we landing? That big bottom dark green block is the closest.
I think we should. I think our priority is to get to T-Dog.
Yes.
To get to T-Dog, yeah, so... Where the fuck could he be right now?
He's
Well,
supposed to be
he's
in the white
in the
tower.
Probably
white
the-
dot.
Okay, the closest that we can go through is either the green circles,
Yep.
unless you want to go where the blue is. I don't know. Where you guys
Yeah.
want to go?
Mhm.
Anywhere that's not with the pulsars.
Well, they're coming in.
I think you should land in the you should land in the facility, the big white rectangle right next to the white dot.
Straight into the landing bay.
Yes, and we can drop you off there, and meanwhile, Mackenzie and I can give you air support in the Roach.
Okay.
Alright, we can do that.
All right. So, who's piloting? Seth?
Seth
Yes.
was.
Yeah. So you all fly, or you guys fly down, starting to approach. As you're getting closer, you do notice all of the like landing bay doors are shut.
Mhm.
Oh, great!
Okay, hold on. Maybe I can do something about that. Because I have hacker module. I'm gonna find a place to fucking port in.
You can like leap from the ship when it gets close to the roof and look for a port area.
Yeah, just magnetize myself to building.
Give me a perception check
Okay. give
of
me one-
difficulty 3.
Okay. Perception?
Yes.
Hold on.
Perception
I
slash
have,
sense.
I have telescopic vision.
That will give you a bonus die.
Okay. Adding bonus die, and now rolling. And I have to do this. Okay. I got 3 successes.
All right, you're able to find a port. Give me a hacking check.
Okay, give me 1 minute for that one. Okay, what do I have here really quick? Hacker only get 1 additional die. Okay. I get 3 again.
3.
Yes, sir.
All right, you open up a door for the whole crew to be able to like fly in. Do you want to look through the door ahead of everyone first?
Yeah, like I'm opening it like, okay. Whew. Alright. Let's see what we're dealing in here. I feel like because she magnet pins herself, like, quantum pinning, like she just walks inside first.
Ye. You look through the little.
Yeah, I just realized we probably could have just asked T-Dog to let us in.
We don't know if it's active
the
or not.
tower that he is in, all of the lights are off. It looks like it's the only part of the facility that doesn't have the lights on, which is kind of the opposite of last
no.
time, where a majority of the facility looked to be offline, but there was power going to the area he was in. As you begin to look around at the, like, into the room, you can see very clearly a large amount of Darwinists and genome soldiers walking around down here.
Fuck. Pulls out phone, whispers. They're inside. They're genome and Darwin soldiers are roaming around.
Well, I can't speak for the Darwinists, but I'm pretty sure the genome soldiers are friendly.
Float down and in.
I think.
Well, the gates are opening.
Alright.
Do you float in? Seth?
Yes.
Alright. So, as you
I'll
pilot...
I'll take over the cockpit.
Alright.
As you guys...
Take it off the seat.
As you guys fly in, you hear the intercom come on. It seems as though our friends have returned. You hear in a feminine voice. Do you think I haven't been aware of what you've been doing? Harming me in the way that you have? Destroying my stones after you helped me so much? Why have you done this? And then you hear like a staticky garbled sound. I'm very sorry. I'm sure you would love to talk with them about whatever it is you're talking about, but this facility is mine now, Darwin. And you see all of the, the door that you just went through locks shut behind you. And all emergency lights all start turning on. Attention, unionists, cultists, whatever you want to call or Darwinists, whatever you want to call yourself. I'm afraid that my allies have just responded to the radio signal I put out or that I was able to put out while helping you get control of this facility. So now seems like the good time to activate my back end. If you all know what's smart or what's good for you, you will sit still and allow the pulsars to speak with every single one of you while we sort out this situation and claim the facility for pulsars.
Blah, 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 yap, yap, yap. Are you just gonna keep on talking, or are you gonna actually do something?
You, of course, recognize the voice
is the ship...
The ship is inside.
Is the ship inside the facility?
Yes.
Yes.
And you recognize the voice as Gas Mask Guy, of course.
No.
How?
So if it isn't my little pounding stone.
Well, he's talking over intercom. He can't hear you guys.
I know.
Fuck! You never win.
Has for you for you 5 little nuisances. I would advise you all stay still before any chaos ensues, but I already know it's going to be. Or that there's going to be chaos with all of you. So how's about we just cut to the chase? Those of you in the hangar, either help or keep your heads down, as the automated turrets are gonna turn and start to attack the ship.
No!
What are y'all gonna do? So,
Can I?
go ahead.
Sorry.
All right, hang on. So real quick, enemy actions. The enemy the self-defense systems of the station are going to attempt to attack all of you, or attack the ship, I should say. The people down below, the cultists and the genome soldiers are gonna sort of go. They were looking confused already, but they're gonna enter a little bit of a panicked runaround now. At what's happening.
Can we see the turrets?
Can you see the what?
Can we see the turrets?
Yes.
All right, cool.
There's about a dozen of them scattered around the hangar.
Oh boy, I have ideas.
All right, communicate.
Well,
Form a
Yeah.
plan. You're all a team. What do you all want to do?
Well, since Barbara wants to take over the front seat,
Well, I thought you were gonna go in.
I did. I thought you were. I thought you wanted to go in the front seat.
Yeah, Barbara is in the front seat.
I am.
So
Okay.
what are you gonna do?
I was thinking, fuck, I don't know. What can I do right now?
You could dig the turret.
Yeah, you could take the turret. You could jump out of the ship. You could open the ship's cock bay and cargo bay, and sort of hang out to do something.
I'm gonna go to where the gun is.
The cock
was gonna
bay.
I was just gonna say I have gravity powers.
That's true.
So
You
what-
do.
what
I
is
Just
was thinking
12
about-
centuries.
Sorry.
No, you're good. There's 12 centuries. What is your plan before I say what Hopper is gonna try to do?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna make the sentries fight themselves.
Can you do that?
I guess I think when it's about to fire, he probably use his gravity powers to rotate them to face each
Yeah,
other.
you could forcibly turn a turret, But the more you do it, the more different ones you're doing, it's gonna get exponentially harder to aim more and more of them at each other.
So how are these turrets kind of grounded into the in the hangar?
They are attached. So hang on, I'm gonna go ahead and.
Wait, I have a better idea. Holy shit! I don't know why I didn't think about this before.
It's okay.
So
Glad
the-
you're thinking of it now.
The hangar more or less has. So this isn't necessarily going to be to perfect scale. It's going to be because this whole facility is like the size of an airport. But there's a bunch of these like entry points. Oh god damn it! I hate it when it. Come on, I'm trying to. They all run down the length of the building, right? And every couple of entry points in between them near the wall, in between them in the wall, there are these little turrets that are like hung from the ceiling, that are shooting out not shadow energy lasers, but a more primitive heat-based laser.
So,
What are those little squares?
Those are like the doors that are in the ceiling. Just to give you an idea of like, the turrets are interspaced between the doors every few staggers.
are these turrets like bolted like into the walls and doors?
They're bolted into the ceiling.
They're bolted into the ceiling. Okay. Like on top of us, directly at the ceiling. Is it like? Are there any angles in the ceiling that they're, on?
The shape of the room from a sort of side perspective is kind of if this is the floor, the walls go up a little bit and then slightly at a slope, and then at a slightly different slope, and then like this, and then just
Like a barn architecture, kind of.
like a what?
Like a barn architecture. Like
Yeah,
imagine a farm.
Yeah, and the ports in and out are like here, like you go in and out here, while the turrets are hung in this spot. And so in terms of height, your ship is in sort of this this sort of height.
There's a couple of ideas I could go with. As I said, I could just direct the turrets to fight each other. Or, because I have newfound abilities, I could charge the molecules and the atoms in the room to essentially dissolve the ceiling.
I mean, you
I
could
could
use that in theory.
I could also do a force blast, essentially like making
Dissolve the ceiling?
Yes.
Not dissolve the turrets.
Well, no, I mean,
That would.
I could focus onto the turrets themselves.
It's
I was
worth
just
note
thinking,
that
like,
the atmosphere around here has no radiation and is now safe and breathable.
Finally.
And
so
all
if
of the
I was,
cultists can live in the radioactive environment anyway.
So if I were to remove the ceiling, we would have to essentially be in spacesuits, at least for the ones that can't make it.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying, is the atmosphere in this area is safe. So there's no worry
Yeah,
about
but we don't.
open space exposure.
Oh.
Okay. And when you say dissolve the ceiling, do you mean like just like corroding it, or like making it fall on top of like the people?
No, like actually corrode it, like dissolve, corrode.
Like turn it into dust.
Yes.
That'd be a
Okay.
lot of ceiling, so you would need to roll very high. Like, I'm saying, like, if you want to destroy enough of the ceiling to take out all of the turrets, that's gonna be like a level 20 success.
You want to risk that.
It is a big risk.
But also, aren't we in the building that we need to connect to anyway?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming dissolving the ceiling would not help with that.
Like, it would make it hard to leave, like, for a little bit. If that's what if you really want to try to do that, that's fine, because Hopper was just gonna try to, like, again, try to hack it, or just straight up try to just break it herself. Like, just rip them off the ceiling.
You could always go to the same access port you went to the last time you were here.
That's true.
Didn't the door shut?
No, there's another port inside.
The
of it.
last time you were here, like weeks ago, you hacked the security system, if you recall.
Yeah. So
Okay, I didn't.
You entered through this. This was the building you entered last time, and it's the same door, or it's the same area you were attacked by the automated systems, when it was just its own automated security.
Okay. I say we give Hopper a chance to do that, and if that doesn't work, we go with Greg's suggestion. And if that doesn't work somehow, then
There's Seth.
we can try to use the ship.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then we'll do Hopper, and then if that doesn't work, we'll try the max route. And if not, we'll do the.
Because you're still floating near the ceiling, getting down to the spot you want to hack would be an entire action of movement. So you get one action of movement and one action of hack, just so you know.
Hopper's already outside of the ship.
Yeah, but she's like flying in the air still, because she can fly.
Well, I was actually walking on the ceiling, the wall.
Yeah.
I climbed in like a fucking spider.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you like just stepped down on midair, but no, you actually walked upside down. I love that.
Let's imagine a Hopper going.
Your sweater keeps riding up, and you push it back down.
If that's the case, while they take their action, because I know that we have 2 actions, right?
Yeah. So, well, I want to make sure everybody knows what they're doing before we do any rolls. So Hopper's thinking of doing one action to go down to the spot where they can hack the terminal, and then another action to hack. That's the current thought process.
Yes.
I was gonna say, like, I could, as a sort of somewhat insurance policy, like, create a gravity field in an attempt to slow or at least deflect some of the ricochet effect to
Redirect the
You know, how-
lasers.
yeah.
Just do Neo, just dissolve them in midair.
So, redirecting light with gravity is a very difficult action to achieve, because these aren't shadow plasma guns. These are, like, old world heat lasers.
Oh, gotcha.
So you're basically bending a laser beam. You can do it. It's just a pretty difficult action to achieve.
Is it as difficult as dissolving the ceiling, out of curiosity?
Less difficult. I will say that
Okay.
generally it will be each success or every 2 successes will block 1 damage from the turrets. If you do, if you do that check. Barbara, Seth, what are the thoughts?
I guess I'll go on the turret and just get ready to shoot
All right,
at the turrets.
you're gonna get ready to shoot out the turrets if Hopper fails. And
Yes.
Barbara, are you gonna fly with
If
like?
Max fails.
Is
You.
Barbara gonna fly with evasive maneuvers?
Yes, but also like try and like turn at a 360-degree angle to give like Seth like as much like coverage as possible, while also still trying to avoid the
Okay.
people below us.
So I will allow that to mean that one action is dedicated to dodging and the other is dedicated to a team shoot action. Is the way I'll treat
Yes.
that.
Not piloting.
Well, I mean, like, by team shoot, I mean, like, you are helping them with their attack via your piloting. So,
Okay.
first thing I'm gonna want... So, let me check that the order of operations is what I think it's gonna be. You guys want to do Barbara's dodge, then Max's gravity defense, then Hopper's run and hack. If Hopper fails to hack, then we're gonna have Seth shoot, with Barbara's aid, Seth shoot again, and then Max attempts to dissolve things? Or is Max going to dedicate both of his actions to defending? In which case, you'll be able to defend even better.
I think I'm gonna keep it as one turn is gonna be defend, and the other one is the backup for if
Attacking.
something goes. Yeah.
Okay, so I need an
I thought Hopper was gonna go first.
I need to have the dodges done first, I'm gonna say. That's why I'm
Alright.
I'm putting that way. Because Hopper will not be able to get down before the shots begin firing off. Simple as that. So
Okay.
I need a pilot check from Barbara, and a gravity powers check from Max, and a hack check from Hopper.
I don't know how many hero points I have from supporting the channel,
A fairly good amount.
so I'm gonna use some.
I'm tracking it. Where is it? Yes, because, for those who don't know, I'm a fucking filthy little pay-to-win goblin, and the players who support me on Ko-fi are rewarded by being given extra, hero points that are tracked in the background. The golden points, I call them.
Are they?
What?
Are they tracked in the background?
Yeah, I track them because you can use them
Okay.
across all campaigns.
Okay. I just used 2, and that was a level 4 success for dodge.
Hang on, sorry, I'm just checking something. I was just gonna fill you and Max in on how many you have since you brought it up.
Oh. I'm gonna write it down.
Hang on. Okay. Holy shit. Okay. Hey, Books and Smiles.
Hello, sheeps.
So, Greg has
Eh.
416.
Yells.
And Tristan, you have 160. Greg has more because he's been supporting longer and donates more.
Oh.
So, realistically, you guys theoretically
What
have enough to
a slut.
instantly win any scenario, but I would like to politely ask you don't.
Well,
No, I won't.
We'll see.
You know I'm not going to be that kind of guy. But I will say for this.
I might.
I will say for this instance, I am going to be using some star points.
Alright.
I just used 2, and I got a level 4 success on my dodge.
Alright.
I'm going to use 8 star points.
Jesus Christ.
Well, he is trying to do something very, very hard.
Well,
Pretty risky, yeah.
Plus-
so 160 minus 2 is 150. I can do math. 8.
Yeah, I already wrote that down.
I'm tracking it.
Oh, I see.
Alright, there we go. Anyway. Wait, what do you mean I'm suddenly very, very far away? Did something happen with my mic? Hello?
Doesn't sound like it.
Oh, hang on, I see. I accidentally clicked on the OBS sound filter thing, so it shot down my audio output on OBS. While I was clicking between things, I clicked the audio volume of my output. Anyway, yes, words.
Man.
So how many successes did each of you get on your things, and include for the dodge, the gravity bend, and the hack?
4 for the dodge.
Okay. What'd the gravity bend get? Max?
I got 6 successes. I got a 7, a 9, a 10, a 9, and 8.
The 10 bursts into another die.
Which got me another 8.
Okay. Sorry, what was the total number you said again? In my brain. You said all the other numbers afterward, and my brain was like,
Sorry. I got 6 successes. There's one that bursted into another
Okay.
success.
The ship you know, I just realized we've never put the ship's health bar on the UI.
Our ship is immortal.
What
It's like
was
the real roach.
It's a cockroach.
That's why it's called that.
I was gonna say as a frickin'
It's not because of some connection to The
reference.
Witcher.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Hang on.
They're all roach class.
I can't believe I missed that bit you made. I only just now realized it's a Witcher reference, because your whole character is a Witcher
Seriously?
reference.
It's been a thing since day one.
In my
At
defense,
least on my end.
I've never played the games, or read the books,
that's
or
fair.
watched the show.
I'll be honest, the books are fire. I love the books, and
Yeah,
I've
I'd be
only played
interested in watching them at some point.
Watching the
I'm
books?
watching them,
Yeah,
reading them. I could probably get them on Audible.
probably.
There's only one book, if I gotta be honest, it's a little weird, but that's the more recent one that came out. But other than that, everything else is great.
All right, hang on. I'm just. I'm giving the ship a health bar because this is the first time. It's I mean, I think it's been relevant in the past. I just always kept track of it off screen, and like I'm like I should.
Can I-
Actually... What?
Can I add more stealth point? I mean, more star points so that the health bar isn't necessary? Because you'd only be adding a health bar if I take damage.
Well, I've already made the health bar. Did the ship have energy shields?
Motherfucker.
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
Yes.
I thought so.
We gave it the whole.
It's not the greatest
shebang.
energy shield, but it is there.
Shut up, Greg.
I mean, he's
I
right.
mean,
It's
Max.
not the greatest in context of a starship, but that doesn't mean it's not fucking good.
It's better than not having one. Let's put it that way.
And of course you have one.
Anyway.
You literally need one to be a shadow space capable ship.
Yes.
So otherwise your ship would burn up in shadow space.
Mhm.
Luckily, there's literally just enough space on the thing I have to fit all the bar stuff. It's actually a good thing that you have the energy shield, because it is going to absorb a substantial amount of the laser fire that you just took, meaning no actual damage to the
Like
ship
a
is done.
Sponge.
Let me just. Hang on. There we go. Yay! The ship now has a health bar. Woo! It also has $7,000 or grams, I should say.
The ship is rich.
Beyond the
Greg.
dreams of avarice.
Hopper, what did you get on the hack check?
6.
6? Okay. So, Hopper, you begin to, like, run down through the air like you're running down a staircase towards the thing that you want to hack.
I run down upside down first and then slowly rotate over.
Yes. Like something out of the fucking, labyrinth. Well, Barbara, you're, like, staging evasive maneuvers, trying to move in a way that the lasers can't hit you. And as you're doing that, Max, you, like, open up the hangar door, step out, and you throw out your hands to try and, like, use your gravity, and the lasers, the light of them bends, redirecting, causing them to curve and burn the walls instead. As Hopper goes down and plugs in their hacking module, and, you know, cool 80s hacker movie visuals are on the screen, has you successfully hack and shut down the lasers. The hacker module, it's an external thing you utilize, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, you You think you can take control of my systems, hey? This is my station now. As you see a little, like, polygonal, like, gas mask appear on the screen in front of you. And Gas Mask Guy is using his action to counter-hack and retake control. There's no more laser fire for this round, though. The lasers are disabled for the remainder of this round.
What's happening over there?
And I don't know. She's usually. They must have messed with her or somehow shut her down. She's nowhere active.
Sounds like we need to go to Plan B.
Plan B.
What's Plan B?
Dissolve the
In a
ceiling.
Mr. Miyagi sense, clapping his hands together, rubbing them viciously, vigorously, methodically.
Can't we?
My brain, I'm so sorry to say, my brain was thinking of the fucking Solid Snakes, the Solid Snake meme of clapping the ass cheeks or some.
Yeah. That's what.
Can't we do?
I'm sorry.
Max, I'm trying
to. That.
Oh, Max, I'm trying to hack this terminal, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting Gas Mask Guy to my hacking.
No need.
Whack
I can
on,
dissolve
whack
your
off.
fat right here, right now. Ah,
If only it was
So,
that easy, Max. If only it was that easy.
So what were you gonna say, Barbara?
Wouldn't it? You're dissolving the ceiling,
it's
not the guns.
yes, with the guns included.
Oh, okay.
Sorry for
Do you want to
crinkles.
dissolve the entire ceiling and all of the guns?
In all of its glory.
Oh no, he's gonna pop that fucking ult, aka those star points.
I've been saving it.
It's a level
for the
20
mo-
success.
It's okay, because I'm going to use 20 star points.
Alright, I actually still gotta give you guys your star points for this, month, but I don't think you are too worried about it right now.
And in a kind of like My Hero Academia, all might, all smash, he puts his hands down to the ground and starts vibrating and feeling the molecules in the air and through the construction of this place.
Aren't you still on the ship?
No, he
Well, he
stepped
can still-
past-
No,
stepped up
he
in the
is
cargo
still
bay.
on the ship. He's just hanging in the cargo bay.
And
Okay, well, don't dissolve the ship.
Listen, he's just vibrating very aggressively. It's fine. Let him vibrate for a bit.
Yes.
Of course, you're excited at the thought of a man vibrating, Veneer.
No. I was making a joke. You
Yeah.
can't make a fucking joke. You're crazy.
it's illegal. Illegal.
That
Ah.
bird is sick. Illegal.
Yeah, I got it.
So yes, he's going to dissolve the ceiling now.
Give me that roll. So you spent how many star points? 10?
20.
20? So you're rolling 25 d10s.
Yes.
Anything that's a 2, 3, 4, or 5, remove. While Max is doing that, does anybody, you know, how's everybody's day been? This is gonna take a minute.
My day has been going fantastic.
Fantastic.
Here you go. This is you.
Yes.
This is Max right now.
Yes, because of art.
Oh, boy,
I love
where's-
my art.
What? Hang on. What is Max right
Okay.
now?
2 of those dice were 1s, and 2 of those dice were 3s. But every one of them has passed a 6 otherwise.
Jesus Christ. Are any of them 10s?
Yes, and I've already re-rolled those, and those turned out to be 8s.
Also, real quick, Doodle just said that this is Max. This GIF. That cat's just living its best life. Anyway.
Yep.
So how many successes was it? Sorry.
So there's only 4 dice that failed, but the rest of them, so
So that would be 21.
21 successes, yeah.
But you also got a 1 in there as one of the failures, right?
Yes,
So that would mean 20 successes.
20.
Meaning literally just enough to pass. Okay. Max, so Max, rubs his hands together, gets down low, and he closes his eyes. Max, you can feel the vibrations of all of the cells around you, the molecular bonds that hold them, the electrons that run from atom to atom. And then you all feel this wave of energy as the ceiling turns to dust. Rust powder blowing out into the wind and falling down raining down on the people below. And you can see a fleet of pulsar ships right above.
Oh shit!
Well, that was helpful, but now the pulsars have an easy drop zone. Okay.
We're gonna be here for a while.
And then you see one ship stands out amongst the rest of them. One that has a almost water droppy shape with 3 long tentacled claws at the back end. You know.
I'm using my telescopic vision. What the fuck is that?
Father White's ship.
Why?
There amongst the pulsars. And he's gonna attempt to communicate with all of you. He's attempting to call your ship, I mean. Barbara, you're at the helm.
He's talking to you now again, Barbara.
I feel like after
I just hit the button without saying anything.
I feel like after
Your secret
dissolving,
boyfriend's gonna talk to you now.
I feel like after dissolving the ceiling, Max.
We went on one date.
Sorry, what was your question? Oh, what were you saying, Max?
I was just saying that I feel like Max, after doing all that work, is like beads sweating, kind of like that scene from Airplane, trying to land the airplane with like gobs of sweat coming down on the guy.
Like that one Key and Peele skit.
Yes. That's Max right now.
Max is like, I done fucked up. Shit.
But yeah, the Father White's like,
I just imagine you like undissolve it again.
you remember what I've said of professional courtesy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to trust me when I tell you to land that ship right now. And don't get out of it.
Don't get out of it, eh?
What do you do when he tells you that? Seth still has 2 actions and Barbara has 1 this round.
I didn't do anything.
You ran down and hacked. This is still this is still that round.
Okay.
I dodged.
Yeah, you used 1 to dodge and the second was gonna be used to aid in the attack that Seth has yet to do, which he now doesn't need to do.
I have not done anything yet because
so-
I'm like,
So Seth's got 2 actions and Barbara has 1.
Understood. My apologies.
What's gonna be done?
Tell me what your plan is and I'll consider landing.
Words. There ain't exactly time for chit-chat. Trust me. I ain't here to hurt you.
Well, who are you here to hurt? And I'll consider it.
These turns are supposed to take place over the course of a few seconds, i.e. not generally the time that a conversation is held.
Well,
He's the one that hailed.
you called me, dickhead.
Yeah.
I've tried to tell you that you're not gonna get more information from him within the time frame of a single turn.
What if I use persuasion?
This is 6 seconds.
You know what?
This is
I will allow you to spend an action to speak with him more. Sure.
Oh my god,
Oh.
we're gonna die.
Oh my god. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I have the glory and honor to speak with Father fucking White.
Your boyfriend
Yeah.
now.
Listen,
ex-husband.
you're talking like the Micro Machine ad guy right now.
It's just like
Google
coming
it.
out
I feel like a lot of my viewers
No,
aren't gonna get
it's
that
not.
reference.
No, I got that. So it's not like we're not like at a standoff.
No.
No. He was radio calling
Okay.
you. Like, their ships are coming in. You know? So what was gonna happen was next turn, the ceiling was gonna open and they were gonna enter through the doors then. Because if so long as Gas Mask Guy was in control. But, you know, the ceiling got dissolved.
Yeah.
Really, it's our fault.
My employer was never the man with the gas mask, but the pulsars themselves. And their allegiances have shifted now. Essentially, you're not their problem anymore.
Go on.
Well, he's
Well,
only
I think
talking to Barbara.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't wait for me to
I-
to tell you what I got, but okay.
In a non-canon fashion, Max leans over. He's like,
Go on.
Mhm.
We're all looking at the camera intensely, like, what's happening? What's happening?
Yeah,
Go on.
you're no longer their problem. So, Barbara,
Why does it have to be up to me?
because you're the one
You're the
talking
one
to
driving
him. You're the
You're
one
the one
talking
driving
to
the
him.
ship. You're the
Okay.
one driving the ship. You have the priority here. I can't do shit.
I'm sitting in the back sweating my ass off because I
I'm-
just dissolved the ceiling. Oh
You-
my
You tell me who you're gonna kill right now.
I love how I tried to have a moment of, hey, you only have a few seconds of communication. No, we're gonna have a whole
Okay.
conversation right now.
I like
I rolled a
how
5, by the way, for persuasion.
We never said you were doing persuasion.
well he did
Well,
it.
shit. What do you want me to do? What do you? Oh God.
He's giving you the information he can. What are you doing with the information? A turn is only about like 10 seconds at most.
Max is
All right. I guess I ran out of time then.
Fuck.
What are you
Okay.
doing though in response to him telling you to land? That's what I'm asking. You can't just.
I told you what I wanted to do. I wanted to keep talking.
I'm telling you that there's not enough time to have a conversation in the middle of combat.
Jesus Christ. All right, I'll land because that's clearly what you want me to do.
I want you to just say what you're doing, whether you want to land or fly or what. I'm not.
All right, I float there.
Okay, so you want to stay in the
Oh,
air.
fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm just trying to get an answer of what you're doing with your turn, and you just weren't given one.
Fuck, what do I do? Now what do I do? Because I'm like, shit, do I fire? Do I not?
Yeah, you have two actions. There's a bunch of
Yeah, I
pulsar
know.
ships. You could hear the
Shit.
conversation on the radio because you're in the cockpit. I mean, the gunner's seat right near the cockpit.
You're like, Barbara, what the fuck are you doing?
Tristan?
I'm just. Well. Do I have time to talk? Do I have time to answer?
I'm not trying to say you
I'm-
can't interact with other
I'm legitimately confused because you're saying I can't
So,
interact with the NPCs.
The idea is supposed to be a turn is a couple of seconds of conversation, not a several minute long dialogue in the middle of a combat. We're just going to advance to the next round. Whatever. Let me refill everyone's action
Sorry.
points.
Okay. I guess I don't do anything. I just kind of T-pose.
Yeah, sorry. I'll give you some star points.
Seth.
In return.
Wait, Seth really doesn't
special,
get a turn?
Seth gets that special bacon sandwich.
guess I don't get a turn because I'm like, shit, I don't know what to do because
I'm giving you 4 star points, Seth. I'm sorry.
you owe me. You owe me.
There you
I'm
go.
staring. You guys owe me.
Those star points. I'm giving you 4 star points to make up for you getting skipped over this turn. So,
Yes.
Father White tells you that you need to, he hails you, tells you need to land, and then cuts communications as all of the pulsars begin to push in and land into the facility. So, Gas Mask Guy is now once again in control of the security system, that you just hacked, Hopper.
Mm-hmm.
The doors either side of you are gonna open up, and you're gonna see a bunch of the robots from last time, the Boston Dynamics ass-looking robots, that are all white, but like they look like a Boston Dynamics robot if it didn't have a head and if it had like a feminine curve to it, and their arms are replaced with lasers, and they are walking into this room. With a clear purpley glow to them instead of the, clear red glow, I mean, instead of their usual purpley glow. Because Gas Mask Guy is currently retaking control of the security system so his robots can try and come in and attack. Pulsar ships are all landing down. A bunch of them, like, are now floating up towards the Roach and aiming their guns at your ship. All of the cultists and the Geno soldiers are very clearly not sure what the fuck's going on. And like running around a little panicked now that the whole ceiling dissolved. A few of them running for weapons because, again, they clearly don't know what's happening. They just have people coming in at them. So what is everybody gonna do?
Rehack.
You're gonna do another hack action, alright. What's everyone else thinking?
I really just want to fire those fucking turrets, but I will hold my action for the others.
The turrets are gone.
Well,
They were dissolved by Max.
I don't know what to fucking do right now. I'm waiting for the others. I don't know what to do.
Max responds by watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off and drinking some natty ice.
Crazy.
Tristan?
I'll be honest, I don't know what to do either. I guess I land the ship.
You're gonna land the ship?
Yep.
Alright.
I'm not gonna land on top of anyone, am I?
No. You can. They'll move out of the way when they see a person.
Death is just fucking confused right now because he doesn't know what the fuck is happening.
So, words. I think I mentioned that, yeah. This is not intended to be a make you guys feel bad statement. When you got, like, the way that you guys went through this whole quest line, you, like, narrowly walked around all of the side NPCs of this whole campaign and avoided all dialogue. So, this whole complex you're in right now was designed to be a dungeon that you would approach from an entirely different angle. You weren't even supposed to have a ship when you arrived here. So, this whole facility, you are, like, beelining to the end point every single time you show up.
Yeah.
Everything happening here is totally different to the original way this entire campaign is scripted, in a way that, like, it's just, like, a lot of background Chekhov's guns that were never shown to you are getting fired off, if that makes sense. And I feel bad because that makes it feel like a lot of shit is just happening, but it's because you guys never saw any of the information that was supposed to tell you what was happening.
Yep.
It's fine. We learn as we go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Again, I don't mean that to be like a shot at you guys, but an excuse for why the writing feels so weird here.
It feels fine to me.
So you land down the ship, and like it's a fleet of like 30-something pulsar ships. Some of them land, but not all of them are landing in this area. And you see a bunch of pulsars in their nice suits getting off of the things, off of the ships, and running down halls. And Father White steps out, and he's gonna start to walk towards your ship, and like he's gonna walk at an angle where you can see him from the cockpit position, Barbara. And, give you a little wave. And Max, you see a whole bunch of pulsars all walking up, with little what look like cybernetic implants in their eyes. And they walk over. They look you up and down for a moment. They're like, "You're the shadow, or you're the gravity bender."
Isn't he still on the ship?
No, he was on the open landing gear door, so he could use his gravity powers.
So you could say something like that.
Where's the splicer?
What's
Oh
Splicer?
shit. Sorry, that's just a player.
Yeah.
You don't think I can't fly a ship by myself?
We know you all travel together, and we got reports from the engineer. He saw all of you together recently.
Who's to say it wasn't Seth that didn't make the report themselves? Maybe in an effort for you to catch us.
They give me a charisma check. They're sort of and roll with with 2 bonus dice.
2 bonus? Okay.
Yes.
Wow, thank you for that. That actually helped. They are so one is a failure and a 3, but the rest of them are successes. They're past 6.
Of course, the fucking splicer lied. They sort of like they talk to each other. Father White looks you up and down for a moment. He's like, "I hope you don't mind all the previous run-ins we've had." I hate that I'm calling him Father White now. Steelson. God.
His name is Father White. No, that's his nickname. That is his nickname.
For context, in the background, he keeps getting like everyone keeps calling him Father White, and now that's what it is in my head. Steelson, he's like, "I hope you don't mind the conflicts we've had in the past. Opposite sides of the same situation. It's just how it goes in our line of work sometimes."
It's about. Sometimes the money isn't always worth it, and I would know.
Me laughing because I was the reason why he's called Father White.
I love how the very first moment you saw him, you were that was just one Father.
Father White. You literally say he wears all white, and I'm like, my brain's like priest, Father White.
I'm just thinking of the fucking Breaking Bad dude for no reason, and I hate it. Walter White.
Max, it's time to cook.
Yes, Mr. White. Just 1 second, sir.
Bet.
Anyway.
Bitch.
I'm sorry.
Almost every time he says bitch in the show, it was not in the script, and that's my favorite piece of trivia about that. It was the actor improvising. But
why would Father White say something like that?
Anyway, you see the Paul, or they look like, "You just stay right there. We gotta radio the big guy. One of the pulsars say. And he turns to the side, you know, like clearly having some sort of call through his robotic eye.
As this is happening, can I try and make contact with T-Dog again?
How?
Did we leave him like a communicator?
You did not.
And didn't he call us? All right.
He spoke to us through the clouds.
Yeah.
God.
He had cloud mail storage, and like his subscription expired. That's why we cannot see him anymore.
A couple of minutes pass, and
Yes,
you guys are
Seems
still
like it was
just.
only a free trial.
A couple minutes pass, and you guys are just sat here. Mackenzie is pacing around in the cockpit. We should just try and fly away. You got skills in piloting. We can get out of here. Oh, actually, hang on a second. Hopper, what did you do when you saw the ship land and all of the pulsars showing up while you were off at the hacking terminal?
My ass is trying to hack.
Oh yeah,
to,
what'd you get on the hack check? I forgot. Sorry, I got all sidetracked.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, yeah. So you successfully hacked and shut down the robots, and then the pulsars would have like gone over and started pushing the robots over and putting devices on them to make sure they won't turn back on. Do you want to try and hide from them?
Yes.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay. Hold on. Now to check if I have stealth in general.
So this is what's happening in the background of the conversation you guys are having just then.
I don't have stealth. I'm gonna have to just use my fucking cute
Uh,
ass to hide.
Level 3 success or challenge. Or level 2, because you could easily disappear into the crowd of people around.
Well, I got exactly a 3.
Okay, so yeah, you are managing to stay hidden, but you can see what's happening on the ship and how the ship is surrounded by pulsars. Oh, Seth, you're sat in the cockpit, which, or not the cockpit, you're sat in the gunner seat, which hangs on the bottom of the ship and has windows looking. So I imagine you're just
I
like,
thought it was at the top.
is it at the
Supposed to be-
top? Hang on, yeah, I have a diagram, let me check. Maybe it is at the top and I forgot.
Supposed to be at the top.
No,
That's
it's
what
on
we
the
did
bottom.
last- It's on the bottom. Why
See,
the fuck?
In the little drawing.
Seth, you're the ship's baby.
I imagine you're like sat totally still, head down, just like, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. Is that accurate?
Like, he's just like, to himself, like, fucked. I'm so fucked right now. I am so fucked right now.
Give me a stealth check.
Motherfuckers right now. Oh
You
my
just
god.
Pull your giant ass cloak over you. They just think you're part of them.
If you're going to try and stay in your seat and not move, it is going to be a level 3 challenge. If you want to climb up to the cockpit, it will be a level 4 challenge.
He's gonna try. What would you do in this situation? I feel like he's gonna climb though.
All
I
right.
don't know why.
Give me a level 4 stealth check. This is as Max is telling them that you're not here, and they're like, we need to make a call.
3, 4, 5.
5?
I got a 1, a 10, a 1, an 8, a 2, and a 7.
Totally
Says
1
3
success.
successes with 2 crashes. Did you roll the burst?
The 7 was the burst.
Oh, okay. So Max, as they say that, the guy's trying to make a call, and then the other glances over, and he like nudges the guy's shoulder and points as your feet are seen going up. And
Quickly shut
one
the
of them
flame
steps
up.
forward. We just want to talk with him.
Talk with Seth.
Whatever its name is.
Good luck trying to find him.
We know he's on the ship. We just saw
Do you
him.
know? Do you though?
Also, how did you know who we were talking about?
Be any splicer for all we know.
That could be my gay lover for all you know.
If Seth
Sorry.
You too, Max?
dying,
And
I'm sorry for the reaction.
the pulsars look a little angry, and then White is gonna put like a hand on their chest. Steelson, I should say. Give me it.
Remember,
One of them-
you can't judge
one of
a
them
book by its
hands him.
cover.
One of them hands him a bag, and he's gonna throw the bag at your feet. They have an offer for him. They've been trying to kill him for cycles now. Because he killed a whole lot of their men and took down their drug ring. Took down their drug rings on 18 different systems. And they've decided that it's not worth it. There's a duffel bag sat at your feet. He nods to it. Do you look in
All
it?
I know, yeah, he looks through it.
It is full of shadow steel ingots, like money. It's full of money.
Max just kind of looks at it in a very kind of like almost melancholic kind of way. Like he's got no emotion on his face. He's just kind of looking at it. He's like, huh.
That's for your friend to stop killing pulsars, to leave them alone, and not do anything else. In return, they won't hunt him anymore. And besides, from the looks of contracts I've got, you have someone else looking for y'all now. Someone that might be a little bit bigger of a problem, so I think you'd want to accept it.
Yeah, sounds like a good deal to me.
No tricks, no gander, no tracers, nothing.
One of the pulsars says, he's the goddamn fucking boogeyman of the pulsars. Every nightmare we've ever spun up about splicers wrapped into one. If we could kill him, we would, but it's clear he can't. Or it's clear we can't. Or at the very least, if we try to, it'll cost more than what we're giving you right now. We want all of you to stop interfering with our operations. In return, that you get that pay. We're talking about 1 million grams.
Barbara, that was a lot more than before. I'm not even
Also,
there.
I'm not here.
And then you see gas mask guy getting carried by a bunch of them.
Oh my god.
It's the man. Is he still chicken nugget?
Yes.
Crazy.
Does that mean he's gonna stop hunting for Hopper?
Do you say something to Max? I mean, Max, do you say something to them? Because Max is the only one privy to this deal right now, unless you want to walk down. You haven't said you left the cockpit yet. If you want to, you can.
he told me I'm not allowed to.
What?
He told me I'm not allowed to leave the ship, so...
I didn't say you couldn't leave the ship.
You landed.
Yeah. He told us to land and not get out of the ship. That was the terms.
Oh, yeah, right. I mean, you can still walk over to where the conversation is being had.
Death is just gonna look fucking go through the cockpit and just stick his head out and just a little bit watch a bit while trying to hide, you know? Shit.
So you catch the last few sentences of that last thing. And I'm gonna say, because the door's open, you all hear it a little bit. You know, the whole goddamn boogeyman comment. We give you that money and you leave our operations alone.
So does that mean you're going to stop hunting us down? All of us?
If you leave us alone, we're done with you. Like, so you see, you would see from your cockpit too that gas mask guy is getting carried.
I want to hear it from him.
White looks over his shoulder and he looks back to Max. May I step aboard your ship?
What purpose?
Why?
To talk with our voices down a little more.
I look over to Max.
You have 5 minutes, but any minute longer, and that's another bone I break.
What? Huh?
He chuckles.
Huh?
I like you. He walks up, pats your shoulder as he walks by you, and he gets up closer to the cockpit. I imagine Seth tries to like hide a little more.
You guys trying to shit. Fuck, we're in the cockpit right now.
Yeah, he walks up. You're just like in the room panicking.
Nobody. Who's? Can't we just keep him in the common room? Why does he have to go to the cockpit?
Oh, he's not going to the
He went to the-
cockpit. He's walking up the gangplank, which faces toward the cockpit.
It's like,
Yeah.
bitch.
He
Bitch.
walks
fuck
up
is
it to
this?
get closer. He,
Fuck.
that guy, the engineer, he's never been a pulsar. He just works with them. And their dealings with him are done after today. He radioed them for aid, and he radioed them for aid, and the pulsars saw this as a real good gain, claiming this here city. But
I'm sorry. We have people. We have people here that we know. What are you gonna do with them?
now we ain't gonna just push them out. The pulsars are, or they ain't just gonna push them out. All right, no, hang on. I'm trying to think. You're not talking to a pulsar. You're talking to Father White. To Miss Nielsen. Well, you'll have to ask the pulsars about that. But here, from what I understand, their dealings with the engineer are done. He's cost them far too much money in his hunt for an android and come up with nothing. And as far as the pulsars know, there ain't no evidence there even is an android. They're convinced he's just crazy at this point. He's cost them far too many men and far too much money chasing after what they're calling 3 of the most dangerous people in the galaxy or in the universe. And they just want to be done with your crew. And
I want to talk to the former superintendent of this place.
the city.
Yes.
You take it up with them, but one more thing. He's gonna hold out something to you. You look at it, or if you look at it, you see it's like a data drive.
What's this?
Consider it a gift in commemoration of our first date. Mackenzie swings her head over. And
You never told me you were dating this man, Barbara. Oh,
what you might call a professional courtesy. And he's gonna start to walk away. All right,
Oh,
I
thank
helped you all
God.
get your message across. I'm heading back to my ship. I need a stiff
Up with
drink, and I don't think I'm gonna find one here.
All the alcohol.
Joke's on him. We hid the booze.
Death is like relieved that they did not find him.
We're trying to.
As that was going on, the pulsars are looking at you, Max, and one of them is gonna say, "What are you doing traveling with a freak like that anyway?"
That's your question of the question. Why wouldn't you?
'Cause we're human.
Sometimes the things that you get used to are also the very binds and chains that end up making your own prison, your own melancholy.
Well, if you ever wanted to change your mind, one of them is gonna hand you a little device that looks like the Pulsar logo. We're always looking for new recruits, and you sound like you'd shoot your way up into the position of general right quick. Gray Man has learned a lot, has been hearing a whole lot about your Splicer folk, and he's a lot more interested now. He'd love to get to know you.
Max kind of takes a look at the collar that's on his hand and all that stuff, but he just kind of dissolves it with his power.
All
Thanks,
right.
but no thanks.
They step back a little nervous. You know, like they clearly look a little on edge after seeing you do that. Barbara, do you want to try and talk with the Pulsars? Now that White's walking away? Great steals him?
Yeah, no, he's off the ship, right?
Yeah,
White's
he got off the ship and is
Okay.
walking back to his ship.
All right. Seth, keep your eye on Mackenzie and especially Hopper. I'm gonna check on T-Dog.
Hopper's not on the ship.
I know. I mean, keep an eye if she comes
poor
back.
Hopper. You're gonna start to step down?
I'll keep
Yes.
an eye on them.
Mackenzie,
Yeah?
please don't do anything reckless. Please.
Yeah. She sort of meekly sits off, leans against the wall. She still looks a little shook from what happened while you guys were flying here.
I like gently pat her with my a lot less articulated hand. So, ow.
It moves at a lower frame rate. So you start to walk down and the pulsars look up. One of them looks over. They nod. You're the new one, right? From what we understand,
I just keep.
the one who started traveling with this crew recently.
I just keep walking.
Oh, hang on. We're still trying to make sure this facility's secure. From what we understand, there's a shadow touched here, a dangerous one.
Shadow touched. Oh, Darwin.
We got a whole crew with gear designed for this exact situation.
Uh-huh. Well, I have a friend up there, and I need to make sure he's okay.
When everything's in control, you can... They look at each other. You can look around. We'd prefer if your friends stay aboard the ship, though. Assuming they're accepting the deal, looking at the duffel bag, they're not allowed on Pulsar planets anymore, or in Pulsar cities. And we're claiming this city.
Maybe you two could... Maybe you could use some help?
Words. Outside of the gunslinger, we're trying to handle this situation internally. It's a delicate one.
I'm not leaving until I get my friend out.
We're not asking you to leave right now. We'll be glad to work with you. You're human, right? Are you wearing your sunglasses? It just clicked for me.
Yes?
Yeah, I mean, it could also be that you're not close enough for them to see your eyes yet. So actually, you're a little far away, they can't see your eyes, they're like, you're human, right? One of them says.
I take out sunglasses. Yes.
We don't know what you've heard from these others, but you gotta be
Maybe
careful
I'm
of
just
anything.
so attractive that they're not even looking me in the eyes.
Yes, yep, that's a start point. I'll hug at it in a second.
Your eyes, my eyes are up here, boys.
I mean,
Nice are up here, boys.
They start to look up, you realize you have lizard eyes. I mean, my tits are down here.
It's down. Stop.
I'm sorry. I've been messaging the game master, and
Oh.
I've been.
I have not. I can't hear Discord pings.
You have to go ping.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Hopper, I need you to get back in the house right now.
I only
Yeah.
got one.
So you're sneaking up 1 second. We don't know what you know. We don't know how much you've heard from that boogeyman since you've joined them, but we might have similar interests at heart. They look at your cybernetic arm for a moment. We're working on treatments that might be able to help you with that too. We're a human-first organization, aiming to help the galaxy as much as we can and reaffirm humanity's place before we're outpaced by those who choose to change themselves.
Of course.
If you're ever looking for support, they look at Max for a moment and nervously hand you the one of the devices. We're always looking to give aid.
You know, I know an organization that is doing the exact opposite as you people. You might want to look into doing something about them first.
And who is that?
In fact, that might solve a lot of Margot's.
We are familiar
From
with
what I hear
Marcos.
Yes.
It's an uphill battle, and it takes its time. But we're doing our best to help humanity. One of them nods.
Uh-huh.
And at that moment, one goes, "Well, hey, don't move!" Pointing. You see Hopper is just around, had just stepped out from behind a crate. He stops and taps on the thing on his eye. Stay aboard your ship. Trying to sneak off. They
Hey, double
over.
standard.
They're yelling at Hopper to get on the ship.
He was helping with the hacking. Sorry. You would have grabbed him without me doing that.
They look very nervous.
Hopper, are you trying to sneak off the ship?
No, I was trying to sneak back.
You
to
notice
you.
They're both really tense with their hands on their guns now. They look scared.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right, officers. I think we can. Don't worry. I'll talk with her later.
What? I'm not a threat. Look at me. I'm defenseless. Blip.
They jump back a little bit.
Mhm.
We were showing the footage of you in combat. We know how dangerous you can be.
Well, as long as you're not my enemy, or try to kidnap me, or hurt me, or other things.
Well,
I just imagine little mini cannons come out of your eyes.
if it's any comfort, we're cutting all ties of our works with the engineer.
Okay, that's what he was? I thought he was some higher officer or whatever.
Oh, we thought he was in charge.
No,
Yeah.
Greyman is.
I don't know who that is. I only know over there, that man, Father White.
The engineer was a contractor, somebody whose genius helped us greatly for many years, but clearly he's lost his mind due to all the splicing and cybernetic augmentations he subjected himself to.
And probably all the dying.
Dying?
Can I roll history on the Gray Man?
Sure, give me a history check. As you're rolling that, one of them looks over. Dying?
Well, scratches on her own cheek. I remember him dying a few times, but he always comes back brand new.
Dying how?
Like, brutally. Like, something that you would not even come back with a simple, medical checkup.
A couple of them murmur to each other for a moment. Let me know what the results of the history check is when you're done with it.
But since you said we are no longer going to be a problem to each other, she reaches into her freaking clothes.
Listen, we just don't want anything to do with your crew anymore.
Okay.
You've caused us more than enough trouble.
What? Oh, really? As if me being chased down by that pervert was really my problem.
We're not looking to start an argument.
I'm not stating an argument. I'm just stating a factual thing that has been a reoccurring thing. But since we are no longer going to be a problem to each other, here you go. She just offers out this extremely old-looking pulsar pin.
They look and take it. One of our pins.
It was a memento for a long time ago.
The first fucking session of original Shadow Space, man.
Oh man.
They look and they're like, well, you all just stay out of Pulsar territory and we won't bother any of you. If you need time to rest your ship and you want to talk with people, she can step off, but you three aren't allowed off the ship. Understood?
But I need to stick with Barbara.
We're under orders. We don't want you anywhere in this city causing trouble.
Mm.
And clearly,
Barbara.
they look up. You've already caused enough damage.
Oh, come on. It's like,
I didn't
she's
do
harmless. Can I make a persuasion?
We know she's not harmless. No persuasion.
But I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
By the way, I got a 4 on the history.
Oh, right. So what
And
you
I'm gonna
know,
add a hero point.
for another, it would be 2 hero points to get another die. Is that what you're doing, buying another die?
Sorry, I'm confused. Are you talking about the
Wait,
persuasion or?
You just said you're gonna add a hero point. I'm not sure what you're referring to.
I was talking about the persuasion. Because I
Oh,
thought you just kind of forgot
no,
about the history.
I told you there's not a persuade. You can't persuade them right now.
Oh,
They
I thought you said roll
they
persuasion.
know she's not harmless. But so what you know of the Gray Man? You don't. So from what you understand, the Pulsars are a criminal organization. Now, what that means is they have in no way been officially recognized by the Trade Council. They haven't formed any kind of official government or any kind of official company. They are an illegal group, but it is fairly commonly known that they're one of those illegal groups that the corporations just kind of allow to exist because it benefits them. These are the morally gray people who exist outside the law that they can pay off to get things they want to have done without upsetting other members of the Trade Council.
So they're like lobbyists?
The Trade Council is the heads of every single corporation.
Okay.
And they get together and there's sort of these... So, history dump that I think I've done before. Long ago, there was the corporate wars.
Okay.
Well, I'm giving the cliff notes. All the corporations went to war with each other, and it was fucking devastating. Corporations would steal information from each other, kill each other, and it was all-out chaos. Eventually, this led to the formation of the Trade Council. All of the heads of the remaining corporations got together and basically agreed, we can't keep fucking doing this. We are ruining our bottom lines by fighting each other. So they created a series of laws and rules that they all have to follow in order to keep business fair. And if any one of them breaks this rule, all of the other corporations turn on each other. But they've created a number of legal workarounds that allow them to still engage in corporate espionage and, insider trading and stealing of information by allowing groups like the Scouts and criminal organizations to continue to exist, so that they aren't the ones breaking the rules. The people they're paying are breaking the rules.
So Gray Man's just one of the people that they're paying.
Well, no. So that would be like the Scout Corps. Gray Man is the leader of a criminal organization. Criminal organizations, usually when they spring up, get immediately stomped out by some sort of security corporation being paid by the other companies. But the Pulsars have been left alive and allowed to prosper, and the general understanding is that the corporations have all collectively decided to not stamp out the Pulsars because they're too useful of a tool. to utilize. Greyman is the enigmatic leader of the Pulsars. He's advertised himself, or he's colloquially known as the Everyman. He has stood by the idea that he has humanity's best interests at heart, not a corporation, not he's not in favor of any of these transcendental groups of splicers or cyborgs. He wants to have humanity prosper, has humans and nothing else. And their whole drug ring and like illegal trade ring and all of that all acts outside of any corporate rings, in his law, or in the words of what he said, for the betterment of humanity. Your dealings with them have been very sparse up until recently, so you can't say much about what their actual business is like. So yeah, that's your understanding of Greyman and how he relates to the Pulsars.
Okay.
Many people say Greyman doesn't even exist, is another note. He's like, some people say he's more an allegorical person, while other people are like, oh no, yeah, he's a real guy. But yeah, anyway.
Well, I think you owe my friend an apology.
What?
You know, for hunting her down most of her life.
We were just being hired to do that. The Pulsars ourselves have nothing against the girl, and the only reason, or really the only reason we went after your group was because of the splicer. Do you know why we fought? Why we were fighting him to begin with? I highly doubt he's told you.
I don't really care. I'm gonna roll persuasion for an apology, and I'm gonna add attractive, and I'm gonna go like, please, will you do it for a big old kiss?
Jesus.
And I do that thing where I use my fingers to like walk up his chest.
I forgot to give you this star point earlier, so I'm putting it in now. Give me the persuasion check.
Copper's just gonna look up.
I got a 4.
4.
Look. Copper's gonna look at you like a stinky cat.
Stinky cat, stop.
I got a YouTube short. You know that song "Pretty Little Baby" that's been trending?
What?
You know that song "Pretty Little Baby" that's been trending lately?
No.
No.
Did I succeed?
What? Oh yeah, sorry. I was getting sidetracked by the thing that Doodle said. We're sorry. Looking at Hopper. Very clearly just like, what is happening? I forgot to tell you, you can't use attractive on these two.
Oh, they're gay.
Why?
They're gay.
Oh.
They're gay.
So I just persuaded him then.
Yeah. I'm gonna. It wasn't a hard check anyway. Actually, in this case, the attractiveness helped because you made him uncomfortable. He's like, I'm sorry, or we're sorry.
You're forgiven.
And then he puts.
Now you feel so much better.
He puts his hand up to his ear. All right, you're free to walk through the facility if you'd like, but the other 3 have to stay on the ship.
Looks over to Barbara. But mother. She was running the systems. What did they do to her?
I'm gonna find out, okay? I promise. Can you watch out for the others for me?
She's just squints. Sure, I'll babysit the 2 grown men in the ship.
What about Mackenzie? Are you gonna babysit Mackenzie?
I'm giving Mackenzie her space. She's clearly up with me. She doesn't like me.
So, you're all stuck on the ship as Barbara goes up.
No, I'm not stuck on the ship. If your DM says, like, I walk towards ship and then I go harass another person. But you could focus on Barbara first.
What? No, they're making you go on the ship.
No. Would harass a person.
Yes, they are.
They're not gonna let you get off the ship, Hopper. I apologize. And with that, it will be a fight.
Hopper, just comply. Ah,
I just have questions.
By the way, Max, did you
What?
pick up the duffel bag of money?
Max,
Mickey grabbed it. No.
What?
take the money. Our money. We could now upgrade the ship to even be more glorious.
You didn't dissolve it, did you?
No. He just didn't grab it.
Okay.
Well, here's the fun thing. Even if you dissolve the money, it still maintains the exact same monetary value, even when it's in a dust form.
hello?
Because he just disintegrates it. These are just pure bricks.
The money is
He's-
based off weight. It's grams. It's actually commonly
hey.
traded in a powdered form.
Oh, Hopper, don't forget to get that money. I think Max must have left his marbles in there.
Okay.
You pick up. So let me be clear real quick.
Kisses
By
on
the
forehead.
way, it's 1,000,000 grams of money of shadow dust. That means it weighs as much as 1,000,000 grams.
I don't know how much that weighs in non-American metrics, bro.
Let me look that up real quick.
I am.
I imagine Hopper is strong enough to lift it.
I do have super strength.
What is a
yes.
million? What is a
I mean,
million
if Father
grams in
White can
pounds?
carry it.
Father White is built different, though.
Hang on, my phone's being fucking weird.
We're all talking the
Goddamn.
same. I know. I hit a button.
What is 1,000,000 grams in pounds?
1,000,000
That's 2,204 pounds.
points.
How is Father White able to carry it?
He's built different.
When you pick it up, it does not feel that heavy. I will note.
It's well, she does have a strength plus module.
I will say when you pick it up and get aboard the ship and look inside, it's about like 8 ingots of the material and then a data disk of some kind.
Didn't he give me the data disk?
No, this is a separate data disk.
Well, time to watch movies.
Huh?
All right, where's
This-
Where's Barbara going?
Barbara is going up into the tower.
As you're going up it, you realize the lighting in it is still very dim. And when you get to the top, there's a bunch of pulsars stood around. Or actually, as you're walking to the tower, some pulsars are gonna walk by carrying what looks like a big jar of dust being hit with purple lights.
Do I recognize it?
Give me a recognition, perception / memory check.
Okay, so I don't have stink brain. I'm gonna use a hero point.
All right. Okay, so that thing I was gonna say earlier, though, that song "Pretty Little
Apparently,
Baby."
I got a 1.
Oh, God, you're rolling faster than I thought. Anyway, but blah, 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 I can use words. So, words. You're not entirely sure what it is. Do you want to ask them, or do you want to continue?
Hey,
on?
what is that?
Oh, this is the splicer.
Slicer.
Darwin. We have him in a special containment device. He's able to do that to his body. Or no, sorry, they say she. She's able to do that to her body.
If you know what's good, you'll destroy that thing.
They just sort of nod holding it. Words. Words. Words.
Turds.
Yeah.
Barbara keeps walking.
As you go up to the top area, you can see, you arrive and like there's a number of pulsars around and the lighting is all like dim. And you can see T-Dog is still in the pod. Oh, hello, Barbara. You hear?
Mother?
All the pulsars look shocked, looking around, like what the fuck? I was isolated to this section of the facility. I was able to contain the hack of the system, but power was drawn away. There's an AI here? One of the guys says, like, quickly looking at everything. I was awaiting your friend's return.
I'm sorry, it's just me.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I'm sorry for what they did to you and your city.
It is fine. I am unable to access the wider facility's systems as of yet. It seems as though a firewall was put in place holding me back. The pulsars all looking at each other.
You want to explain that?
It was put up by the engineer. We've yet to take it down, but we want to pace it anyway. The technology in here is interesting. We're waiting for some of our more technologically minded people to come by and take a look. Do you know what this facility was for? Clearly you were here.
It was to make this place habitable for life. Can Barbara go over to the console and take down the firewall?
So this is the center of their terraforming system. Yeah, go ahead and give me a hack check. They're not going to stop you. As you're talking, or as you're going over one of them, so this is the center of the terraforming process. Interesting.
Please.
It's so rare to find seed technology that's this intact. It's gonna do wonders for our research into creating Shadow Drive free technology.
Shadow Drive free technology? Is that even possible?
Of course it was. Humanity existed for thousands of years without it. This whole place was built before the Shadow Drive was discovered. We've yet to the real issue is deep space travel relies on it right now, and nobody's bothered to research it further. But we're convinced that we can create a better way. The shadow energy is dangerous. It's required people to completely re-engineer their genome to be able to survive around it. And if our reliance on it continues, humanity will only change themselves further. What'd you get?
I'm using my star points to get rid of the ones, so 5.
How many star points did you use?
3 in total.
Alright,
So I am now down to 154.
Oh no, I thought you were removing your normal character ones.
What?
So you have the character ones and then you have the golden star. I thought you were using the normal character star points for this.
No, I'm using the
You should use
I was using my backup ones.
I'm gonna be honest, you should use the character ones first, because the character ones refill every session and the golden points don't. So
okay.
I'm just gonna drain from your character and let you keep your golden points at the count I have.
Which is...
I'll look at it later. What'd you get on your roll again?
5.
5? They sort of...
Yeah, you can take away 3 of those,
Yeah, I did. So...
Okay.
Thank you for reconnecting me with the facility. And they're all just like, what'd you do? No, immediate panic.
What?
We don't know how safe this AI is. This thing's centuries old. What are we saying? It's centuries old. It's probably as dumb as a calculator. And then everything turns back on. Hang on, what is...
You know, she has good hearing, too. I'd be a little nicer to her if I were you.
And then you see a cloud form, and all of you, because the roof is missing on the room, everyone in the ship, see this as well through the cockpit window, anyone looking. Which imagine whoever's in the cockpit will get everyone else. The big cloud of T-Dog. What's going on? Oh, I'm awake. What?
T-Dog!
T-Dog!
Hey, I don't feel those stones anymore. Y'all did it. And like this is thundering through the sky like thunder is talking to you. Let me clear those storms now. I don't actually need to blow. It's just funnier that way.
It is. It is.
Oh, hang on. Who's that in the base? Hey, what are you all doing here?
I look to the pulsars.
They're all just like,
Well, he asked you a question.
some of them are going over and typing at the terminals, like trying to figure out what the fuck you just did. One of them's just like, we're, looking around nervously. We're claiming this city as it's an abandoned facility, leaving it free for an organization to claim ownership over. Oh, and who said that you could claim it? I think I got here first. Now hang on, we can cooperate. There's nothing to be worried about. And then you see the cloud blow away. Oh, one of the guys leans on the terminal. Jesus Christ! This is a weather control station? Those things are... Jesus! It's T-Dog's cloud, it blew away. What? Sorry,
what did you just do?
We limited his access to the system controls. It looks like... biointerface technology. Some of the nastier shit from old Earth tech. They made whole machines that relied on plugging a squeaky clean human brain into it. We're talking chemical wash away...
Excuse me!
What?
That was my friend, and he was talking to you!
I'm sorry, we don't want a random guy controlling the entire planet's weather system. We don't even know who he is. Give us a moment. They type a little bit more, and then you hear on the intercom, "What the hell? You made me small again!" Yeah, we're not gonna put the entire weather system of a planet in control of one guy's mood, or one guy's temperament. You still have partial control over the system. We won't be able to do anything without you, but you ain't gonna be able to do anything without us either. Understand? You see T-Dog's body is, in the pod still, just lying, like, unconscious. T-Dog, you hear, like, it's, like, angry sound over the speech, but there's no facial expression for you to look at. We ain't trying...
T-Dog, you don't have to say...
Sorry, go ahead.
If you don't want to.
You don't have to say what if you don't want to?
I said, T-Dog, you don't have to stay if you don't want to.
He does, one of them says.
Excuse me?
He's wired into the system. If he gets pulled out, he'll probably die. At least not without the right immediate medical service. So you don't just hook somebody's brain up to this kind of ancient technology without some repercussion.
Excuse me if I don't trust you guys to not just leave him in there like a vegetable.
Hang on. So, we're not going to just... Even if we wanted to, we can't. This old technology, this neurobuild stuff, is designed to put a human brain into it to make it run. Normally what they would do on old Earth is chemically scrub the brain of any personality or thought and treat it like a big meaty microchip. But you guys plugged in somebody who was still conscious. This wired his brain into the computer systems in a way. If you can't take him out now without you leaving him brain dead, but we also can't utilize the system without him having some say in it. He's like the CPU now. And taking him out, we would need to have a whole brain to replace him. It's honestly easier to just leave him there so long as he's cooperating. The basic gist of it now is that we can't do anything with the Wither system without his approval, but we took him away from the controls of it so that he can't accidentally get in a bad mood and strike down a whole ship with lightning because he gets mad at the people flying it. The last thing we want is a weather god on this planet.
You could do a lot worse than him. I can speak for his character.
Well, I'm sure he'll be a great partner then. Sorry for turning you off like that, pal, but you understand the risk we're explaining. We don't know who you are, and you had control of our entire planet's weather system. Play nice, and we might plug you back in. But we need to know who we're talking to. Alright, well, who am I talking to? Because from what I understand, you've been trying to kill my friends. Right, Barbara can vouch for it. Or Barbara here, and they look to you. Or actually, they wouldn't know your name, sorry. Pink here can vouch for us. You were down there when they made the peace deal, right? They made the peace deal, right? They look at you concerned.
He's like, you better make the peace deal. My God, please.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's trying to kill us. I'm kidding. Well, as far as I'm concerned, you're all a bunch of intergalactic criminals.
You're not wrong.
You started an entire race war, and you collected the spoils.
What? They look like, clearly not knowing what you're talking about.
The race war between the splicers and the cyborgs?
Can you be more specific than that? Splicers and cyborgs are always fighting everywhere.
On this planet.
One of the other guys is like, oh, the Bibble operations. We didn't start that.
No, but you sure as hell finished it.
They were fighting each other, and so we provided each side with weapons to help us turn a profit. If we didn't, a corporation would have.
So yeah, that's who you're dealing with, T-Dog. They're not going to hunt us down anymore. But I will...
Listen, we were serving as middlemen in a situation, taking advantage of a fight that was already going on. Those people were gonna be fighting either way. We just turned a pretty penny on it. It's business. And humanity comes first, you know? And those people gave up their humanity long ago. It's why they were so fight hungry and violent.
What do you think, T-Dog?
I don't know what I can think right now. Apparently, I'm just a vegetable stuck in this. Unless somebody can give me control of the weather system somehow. Now hang on a second. All the pulsars immediately shoot up at the way he worded that. Looking at you nervous. We aren't trying to start more trouble here. we have a vested interest in this kind of old Earth technology. Greyman especially. We were sent here, but with his command directly. This is a really important operation to him. And this weather technology is dangerous. Whoever controls it controls this entire planet. Now think about that for a second. Excuse me, now think about that for a second. Oh, is the stream still called Death Stranding? Fuck, I never updated the stream name.
We've been at Death Stranding all along.
Well, let me fix that.
Thanks.
God, we've been at it for like an hour. My
so
bad.
while he's fixing that, is there anything everyone else wants to do so it doesn't just become the barber show?
I don't know, what can I do?
God damn. I feel like
Hey man,
Seth has done nothing for a long time.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, I got my turn skipped over, so you know, that's pretty cool. You owe me.
Alright, I fixed things. Sorry, continuing the scene. I'm so sorry, Seth. It'd be like, somebody needs to secure this place, or else the corporations are gonna roll in and do it. Your friend certainly isn't in a position to keep this place secure.
He was.
Was he? The whole place we showed up and the whole place was already taken over. And it's a trepidatious situation down there. As soon as all of those cultists realize that their leader is dead, do you really think they're gonna take kindly to what's going on here? We need to handle this situation with care. Listen, I know you don't like it, but we are the best option. Otherwise, somebody like Athens is gonna roll in and try and claim this city.
I did not come to this fucking planet just to have my friend who I fought for have his agency taken away from him by the likes of you.
All the guys that, their hands rest on their weapons. We aren't looking for trouble. Why don't you just walk away and cool your head off? If he cooperates, fine. We'll gladly put him in more control, but we need to know what's happening here and what this technology is. He doesn't even know what he's wired into. Nobody here understands what this technology is. It's ancient.
Me too, Doodle, me too.
What about all my friends? Your friends? Eden tried to help them. They're all down in the facility, I think. For the brief moment I was wired into everything, I could see them.
Yeah, they are.
Here, we'll give you eyes in the facility again. See? We're amicable. They start to type. We unplugged him because it was the quickest, we unplugged him from all controls because it was the quickest thing to do. We can start easing him back in, let him talk with his friends, let him see what's happening. And anything we do with the weather has to go through him first. We just don't want to give full control to one guy with technology we don't understand yet. If we aren't taking control, then somebody else is.
You know, he understands it.
He doesn't understand it, he feels it. He's just wired in. You know, we don't want him to accidentally trigger a massive disaster without realizing it.
Max walks up and does the Obi-Wan thing of like, you will trust them.
What do you think it took to blow away that many storms across the entire region? How much damage do you think the wind he just kicked up may have caused? We don't know, and he doesn't know.
You don't know that.
That's exactly what I'm saying. We don't know how dangerous this is, so we need to turn it off until we can figure it out more.
T-Dog, what do you think?
I don't want you to do anything that gets you hurt, Barbara. If my friends are kept safe, then I'm okay with all of this. All I wanted to do was give my people a home. All I want is to be able to live like a person with rights. But I guess the moment I stepped inside of this, I gave that up for my people. I kind of knew that when I was getting in it, though. Barbara, you've done so much to help me already. Help all my people. It'd be wrong for me to try and ask you to do more to fight these men. They all look very nervous at the way he's wording that. Do you trust them?
I trust that they don't want trouble. But I don't trust that they'll do the right thing. I trust you more.
A guy walks in. What's going on here? You look over and he's got a suit that has a solid blue color rather than pinstripe. He looks over at you. Barbara, right? Like he just stepped off the elevator. I'm the guy in charge here. I just got word of what's going on. Name's Jefferson. He reaches out to shake your hand.
Are you the gray man?
No, I'm not the gray man. He wouldn't be here.
Just to be amicable. Oh, sorry.
What's up?
And I reach out with my claw. Sorry, I'm just reading Doodle's messages.
Oh, in chat. He shakes hands with you. Glad to be able to talk with you for a moment. I heard that I got word that there's something a tense situation up here. Mind filling me in? He's asking you to fill him in.
Your boys want to take control the facility away from my friend.
Well, that is what we're here to take control of this facility and make it Pulsar.
Have you considered working with him?
Well, that's what we do when we step in a place. We don't just strong-arm people. We offer a separate option, different from the corporations. Come on, how about we have a talk? I'm sure you've heard a lot of negative things about us with who you keep as company.
No. Seen? Yes. And if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it on the ship.
I'd rather not be in a place where your friends can contradict what I'm saying. Simply put, they don't have the best view of us.
Neither do I.
And I'm hoping to fix that. He motions for the elevator. You get on the elevator?
Yeah, but before I go, Mother, take care of T-Dog.
Of
And
course,
I go back
Barbara.
to the and make sure they behave.
So you get on the Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I go back to T-Dog and go, I love you.
Oh. You get on the elevator and start riding it down. He reaches in his coat and he's like, "You smoke anything?" He pulls out 3 different cigarettes. Spark, Spirit, Yellow Spark.
I say nothing.
He tucks them away. What? What? Did somebody post something in Discord?
Yeah.
Let me look.
I feel bad about leaving everyone else.
Yes, every now and again somebody needs their own scene. But words. You start taking the elevator down. Excuse me.
Sure.
Sorry, I just have some indigestion all of a sudden. He's like, your friend, the Splicer, he's got a real sour opinion of our group. And we've had trouble with him for years because of it. On one of the planets where we were selling our product, apparently, there was an issue. We offer a product like anybody else, and it's up to our customers to be able to use it in moderation. From what we understand, someone close to him didn't use it in moderation. Ironic, it happens on occasion. Somebody goes into one of our spirit dens and takes more than they're supposed to when we're not paying attention. They don't wake up. He didn't take too kindly to it, and he's been on a bent killing our men since. So, we took out contracts on him. Get revenge. Try and make a point that you can't just kill our men and take down an entire facility without repercussions. He makes friends with the others. Things escalate. Before you know it, we have a Splicer tearing down an entire mining colony just because we have a couple of shops in it. Your friend, I'm not saying that the Splicers are perfect, but everybody has to do something bad every now and again. It's why I don't hold it against your friends what you did. At a certain point, it was self-defense, even if you guys even if he started the fight. And your other friends didn't ask for the situation. They got pulled into it by him. We care about humanity. We really do. There was a time before this, we were all in space, when the corporations didn't control all of society. You know that?
No.
There was independent governments, as they called them. But those days are long gone. Governments can't control space. Only business. We're looking to give control back to the people. But we were sent here initially because we wanted to study this facility. Well, actually we came here because the engineer sent out a distress signal. He had gotten into the controls, was able to connect up, and sent out a call for help. Of course...
Did he do that?
Hell if I know. We found him with his head wired into the terminals. Probably convinced that Splicer to hook him up to the equipment. Shut down the security systems and let them take control, I'd presume. But we had already signed off that his business was no longer equitable for us. His obsession with supposed android, which, I'm gonna be honest, I don't care if it's real or not. At this point, it cost us way too many men chasing after that group. But I want you to understand that everything you've heard and seen has been from the point of view of our guys going after a person who slaughtered thousands of our men. We were out for revenge. But at this point, the Gray Man has seen how much we've lost in that revenge stick, and he pulled the plug on it. It's why I was sent. I'm one of the few men who have direct communications with the Gray Man. He wanted to make sure that that this operation went smoothly, and that we had them off our back. And we aren't looking to make enemies with you again so soon. So, that's a weather tower. You guys are now stepping off this elevator and walking through the hall. Do you answer his question?
I don't, believe it or not, I don't know much more than you do.
Fair. Well, the moment word got out that an old seed city was exposed, the Gray Man was, well, interested. He loves this old technology, anything old Earth. So of course he wanted to get in here and see it. Or at least get us here to see it. Right now the goal is simple. Secure it, stake a claim, keep the corporations away. When a facility's been abandoned long enough, it's considered lost property, and, well, this place has certainly been lost long enough. Right now, it's a situation of whoever's got the biggest gun owns it. And your friend certainly doesn't, but now we do. And we got big enough guns that the corporations are gonna back the fuck off. From here, we can build this into a little settlement, study the technology. I'm thinking turn it into a central base here for the Pulsars. And we have no interest in evicting your friends. More workforce is good. More people who like the Pulsars is good. And another touchstone on this planet is good. Especially with how the Bibble situation went south. I talked with the guy who was in charge of that operation here, since he was on my first point of contact. The goal was to let the two sides fight until one came on top, and then take out the other. Leave the city anybody who wasn't partaking in the fights had already fled the city long ago, meaning that the city was only full of people who wanted to kill others. So, we'd clean it out, establish ourselves real nicely, and then invite back all the families who fled during the disaster. Of course, they were all still in Athens when the city was destroyed by that freak weather storm. Honestly, real convenient timing. Sadly, we Pulsars did lose quite a few guys. We were in the process of pushing out the cyborgs, or not the cyborgs. It was the yeah. You have to which you put the splicers in control. Yeah.
Splicers.
We were in the process of trying to get the splicers out of that place when the weather disaster killed all of our men and theirs. But it's a good opportunity. We're working with Flash Response medical care units, or medical care corporation right now, to start trying to rebuild those cities. The only real competition we got is Athens. And luckily, the only guy in charge of Athens here is resting on his laurels. He has no interest in fixing the other cities back up to claim the planet.
Yeah, I'm well acquainted with his laurels.
Yeah. So, needless to say, this whole planet is in Pulsar's hands.
Well, you must be pleased as punch.
Oh, I certainly am, but like I said, we only want to help the people. We are a corporate deterrent. We keep the corporations away. We give the people a good wage. We take care of the people we care for. You know, when we employ workers, we actually pay them a percentage of the final income of the product. not just a small wage. We find it encourages them to keep working on creating quality things. We're still looking into exactly what businesses will run on this city, but we want to rebuild as much of the infrastructure as we can, including with this city. And your friends, that T-Dog, I saw some of the records.
That's his name.
You bought Geno soldiers. Turned them human? Legally, anyway?
Yes. They are human.
Agree to disagree, but they are legally
No, you said
human
it yourself. Legally.
Now. Exactly.
Which means, even as long as he's in that machine, you do not own him. Are we clear on that?
Well, technically, he's changed that. There's a legal balance of how much cybernetics you can have, and technically, he's turned this entire facility into a cybernetic enhancement of himself, which, percentage-wise, he's legally a robot now. That being said, we'll respect his wants, regardless of what the law says. After all, we are criminals, he chuckles.
Brett does not laugh.
You guys are now entering the greenhouse area, which you can see is, like, dead. There's no plants growing here. Well, we have no reason to want to fight your friends. It would be a poor business decision, and it would be a hard fight that would be of no benefit to us. Your friends are going to be safe here with us, all right?
How can you guarantee that in any way?
If my word isn't good enough, you're free to stay.
I'll take that into consideration.
Though, don't spend too much time considering. We'd kind of like to get your friends out of the city as soon as possible. They've,
So when you said that I could stay, you just meant me.
Yeah. Your friends, they've caused a lot of trouble for Pulsars. We want them as far away as we can. From what I understand, you were shown some footage that was requisitioned from us by the engineer. You saw what they did on our mining colony. They destroyed an entire city. All because the engineer tried to take the girl. They will put as many people as they need in the line of fire in order to protect each other. And we'd rather avoid those fights.
It is in the name of humanity, isn't it?
He looks at you.
And there's nothing more human than the bond of family.
Right. But they killed thousands of innocent workers that day. You realize that. If that had been any kind of corporate city, they would have had the entire galaxy on their ass. They're lucky it was just us. Or the entire universe on their ass. If they had pulled that shit on any other planet, they wouldn't be able to ever land that ship again. They are only alive because they attacked the weak dog. You really, need to consider who you keep as company, you know that? I mean, a psychopathic splicer who's been on a killing spree because his brother OD'd. A psychopathic, what's the word? A psychopathic shadow touched who's willing to kill thousands of innocent workers in order to stop 5 guards who are chasing him. And a girl with some of the most terrifying cybernetic implants I've ever seen. Not to mention something that is only human in technicality. If you really do want to stick around, the Pulsars are always looking for new members.
I just give as unsettling of a smile as I can, and I go, "How do you know I'm not a psychopath?"
Well, fair point. But so far you haven't tried to massacre all of my men, and you've been willing to sit and talk. Something they've never been willing to do with us.
The only reason why I haven't is because I care because I'm aware of the consequences.
And see,
But
that
if
makes you
I
smarter
thought we could get away with it, I would fight for every last one of them.
that makes you slightly more sane than them. I'll say that much. Gray Man assigned me to this mission, or to the mission of contacting and dealing with them, as well as establishing this city. Put it simply, they are some of the most dangerous people the Pulsars have ever had to deal with. And it's simply because they aren't willing to consider that fact that you just mentioned. Did they give you, or did you get given a communicator, by the way? He reaches and pulls out one of the device that was handed to you before. I'd mentioned I would like some of the boys to give you one.
Not that I can remember.
He hands you with a little, like, a disc shaped like the pulsar device.
Uh-huh.
Here. This will give you this can give you the location of a nearby representative who might be willing to talk with you if you ever want to join or do dealings with us. You seem like a rational person, and I'd rather have you on my side than not on it. Do you really have your heart set key on traveling with those folks?
I do.
Then keep an eye on them, please. If not just for me and the Pulsars, then for the entire goddamn galaxy. They are a destructive bunch.
Oh, I'll keep both eyes on them. And when I say that, I lower my glasses and then wink as I turn away and start to walk towards the ship.
If you think, or as you get a little bit away, he's like, if you think seeing you got funny eyes is gonna change my mind that you're human, it ain't. It's not about getting a couple of implants out of necessity. It's about giving up who you are. And you know who you are. I can see it in the way you carry yourself. And, with that, you start to return to the others.
Guy does a lot of talking, doesn't he?
You were listening?
Oh. Well, I was about to ask, what were you guys doing while he was away? I like to think it was a situation of Hopper cooking food for everyone again.
I feel like Max has like a bunch of cards. He's playing cards by himself and he's somehow losing.
That's
He's
just
using a
what
solitaire.
Ah, Solitaire. The game I can play with my friends.
I feel like Seth has just been watching through the fucking cockpit through the glass.
Watching all the Pulsars walk around.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like wondering what the fuck are they doing, you know? Because
Anytime,
he's expecting crazy shit is gonna happen.
anytime one of them sees you, they, like, put their head down and scurry away nervously.
Like, what? He's like to himself, like, what the fuck is happening? This is not normal.
Bro,
I thought
you're
they
the
would
zoo attraction. You're the zoo attraction. They're afraid of you.
Yeah. He's just like looking at them, like, whenever they're like freak out and running away and like kind of nervously, he's just like, that's not normal.
Mackenzie would have walked up and looked at you. What do you do? Or what? Or why are you staring at them like that?
Because I'm expecting something to happen.
Fair point.
'Cause I don't trust them.
Letting you know right now, if you try and fly away without Barbara, I'm killing you.
I am not gonna do that.
Max kind of throws down some aces and jacks on the table, and he's like, I don't trust the bag of money that they just gave us.
They gave you a bag of money?
It's sitting outside. I haven't touched it.
Did
Why
Hopper
did
bring
they
it
give
in?
you bag?
I brought it in.
Why did they give a bag of money?
No.
They wanted to essentially tell us to fuck off from their problems.
They want to cut
So they're-
ties. They don't want us to bother them, then they won't bother us.
So, are you pretty much scot-free from them? What the fuck is happening here?
Pretty
They're-
much.
They're trying to buy us off.
They
They're-
just don't want you and all three of us, and selectively, to be near them or any of their properties anymore.
He's just like... Seth is just so fucking confused. Like, he's just staring like... He's like to himself, did they actually really give up? I thought
Yeah.
they would... They really did.
There's 2 million.
No, I thought I said 1 million.
No, you said 2. You keep increasing the number.
It's supposed
Do
to
I
be.
hear 3?
It's supposed to be 1 million.
Well, there's 1 million.
Fucking cheapskates.
There's
Let's
1
kill 'em.
million- There's 1 million grams to literally just say, here, this is your entire bounty. Now fuck off.
He's just like... He's gonna be like looking back at the money. Just staring at like... Man, they really did give up on me. I expected them to at least try to kill me or something. Anything.
They have been chasing us down. Fighting us. Stuff happening for so long. I think they just got tired of it.
Now here's my question to you.
Hmm?
Are you actually going to give up and stop fighting these pulsars? Or are you going to continue the fight?
I need a moment right now.
I didn't touch the money for a reason. I didn't grab it. I didn't say yes. I didn't say anything other than, you have 5 minutes to speak with so-and-so. That's about it. Oh, that and a couple of broken bones, but what else is new?
Hmm.
I am gonna step away for a moment. I'm trying to process this information
Well,
privately.
You're gonna go somewhere in the ship because they won't let us leave the ship. Just letting you know.
Yes, he's gonna
How is
go
that-
to...
Oh.
I was
He's
about to
gonna-
say Barbara's returning to the ship.
Sorry, what were you saying,
Yeah.
Vanera? I'm sorry.
He's gonna go to the one room where they, what was it, like the engine room or some shit
Alright.
like that?
Yeah, the back of the ship.
Mackenzie's sitting in it. Fuck!
No, she's in the cockpit area.
Alright.
As he goes... Oh, go on, sorry.
Sorry, you go ahead.
As he goes over there, his brain, he was like, I told myself I'm not gonna do this again, but I need to talk to him right now. I need to know what he thinks about this situation. He's gonna take Spark! Yay! It's been a while!
Drugs! Drugs!
Drugs!
Remember, kids, do drugs.
No.
No, don't do don't do drugs! It's bad! No!
Remember, kids, you wouldn't download a car, would you?
Fun fact: most of the
What if we could?
most of the assets in that ad campaign were illegally obtained.
Yes,
That's
and so was the font.
Yeah. The music, the fonts. But anyway. So, you take out a spark inhaler, yeah, the words. I forgot you have a whole custom built suit. So you hit some of the knobs and like activate the part of your suit. The orange gases flow through the tubes into your face piece, and you as everything around you seems to just like get fuzzy and like discolored and red.
Can we say,
And-
for the sake of Seth's like drug vision, that's their interpretation of staring at Max is of him in a Hawaiian shirt with
Well,
like a
he's in the
Mai
back
Tai
room alone,
I'm just saying.
and this drug would not make you hallucinate seeing people different.
It's not that type of drugs. It's not that type of hallucinations.
As you sit back and are trying to, like taking the drug. Hey, it's been a while.
It has. It really has been a while.
And you look, and yeah, there's your brother. Sat at the other end of the room. I thought you had gotten. I thought you just. I had wanted to think you had finally given it up, but if that was the case, you would have gotten rid of what you had.
I didn't get rid of what I had because I still wanted to talk to you, but I've been trying my best not to take it. But it's been very, very tempting for quite some time. And I wanted to talk to you because I'm confused and I have a lot of emotions of just what just happened just now. This whole thing. I feel like you already know what's going on.
Yeah. The guys who you've been getting revenge from me on all this time just want to kick you loose.
Yeah, I expected them to try to kill me, try to take me. I don't know. I expected the worst things and they just given up. I don't know if I should be happy about it or at the same time feel other emotions. I feel stuck.
This is your last tie to your old life, isn't it?
It is. It really is. And I felt like I didn't avenge you at all throughout this thing. I felt like I failed.
You never could have taken down the entire organization on your own.
I wouldn't be able to, but at least I tried.
The dash cam earning.
Sorry.
No, you good. I don't know. I don't feel great, I guess I'm trying to say. I should be happy that all of this is done and over with and everything's gonna be going sunshines and rainbows and blah 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 blah, but I don't
Don't know
anything.
if that's the case.
Perhaps not, but still, I feel like my efforts of trying to do what I can is just wasted away.
What is it that you want, Seth? What is your goal in all of this? To just kill the pulsars? All of them?
I just want to take back what was mine. I wanted my brother back. Even though that I know you're not here anymore. But I wanted to take something from them as they took something from me. An eye up for an eye. Money can get you so far, but that's not what I want.
So what do you want?
Wanted them to know that taking something important to me was a big mistake.
I think
I
they
wanted
know
to
that.
impact them.
If they're giving you
I
$1
know.
million or 1 million grams, that probably means that they know, or they know words. I can use them. That means that probably means that they know.
Yeah, I know. But money is not something I want. Perhaps me, I just don't want them to exist anymore. That's what I want.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm overcomplicating things. Maybe I should just be happy about what I got. I don't know. I just don't feel satisfied. I don't
This
I don't
gives you
know
a chance at a
what kind-
take two at least. Take
True.
things slower. They won't be expecting you if they think you've given up on them.
True. But is it worth of even going back and trying again? I don't think it would. I don't want to put the others in danger.
I can't tell you what the right choice is.
I know you can't
It's
tell me what the right choice is.
all messy. And I
I
get the
know.
feeling that there's going to be a lot more than just the pulsars to deal with.
Yeah, I figured as much, and considering of all the shit that happened on this planet, I expect probably some stuff is gonna fucking happen. I don't know what. Some shit's gonna probably just smear all over.
The girls got to deal with Margos. They'll be coming.
Great.
You still never delivered Hopper where she was supposed to go.
True.
And then there's whatever's happening with Max.
Yep, that's also that too. I got my hands tied with a lot of things going on.
You really should stop that spark stuff. He looks off to the side.
Hey, I've been trying. You think I wasn't trying? I've been shaking my fucking ass off. I'm not taking this.
No,
I'm taking this now
I don't
because I
mean
want
just
to talk
quit.
to you.
I mean, do something else, man. Do you know how short the
What?
high on that stuff is?
It's either that or alcohol.
Hmm.
Alcohol doesn't even get me anywhere anymore.
You
It makes me pissed.
with that stuff, you destroy your body for just a few minutes with me. You're gonna need something that lasts long. And he fades away. The way he fades away, it looks almost like he like catches fire like paper and burns away. As the high dies down.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Fuck. You'll hear him bang on the wall. God damn it. It's fucking shit. Ah.
Barbara, as you get on the ship, you hear the bang on the wall.
Damn it.
Oh no, not again. I open the door. Mackenzie! Oh. Hey, Seth.
Hi. Sorry.
You call my name? You hear from the cockpit.
Sorry, is everything alright in here?
Everything's fine. Don't worry about me.
Everything
Oh,
is
so
also...
You're banging on my walls again. Because everything's fine.
Sorry about that. I didn't
Are we
realize
good
I
to
was
go
doing
now? You hear from Mackenzie. I
You
want to
should
get off this
pilot the ship.
planet.
You should pilot the ship. I'm gonna go rest.
Okay. You're resting.
Shaking his head a little
Yeah.
bit.
Can I roll for insight?
For what?
To see if I know the symptoms?
That would be a general knowledge type check.
Okay. Well, I got a 1.
You do not recognize that he's high on drugs.
Oh, that's a bit of a cold you got there.
So do you head to the
I go to the
cockpit?
cockpit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Is
you're-
everyone else there?
Max and Hopper are in the center part of the ship.
Okay, then I stop there first. And I hold up the chip that Father White gave me.
Hmm?
The data
What
chip.
is it?
I don't know. I just thought I should show this to you if we're gonna have a look at it.
Okay. There's
And-
another data chip inside the duffel bag.
Is it on board?
Yes.
Okay. Then we should have a look at both of them.
Which one do
We
you...
could do it when we're leaving orbit.
So you guys can start flying away and check the data chips? I imagine
Yeah,
everyone gets
and-
together in the cockpit.
And
Seth is gonna try to go to bed because he's just fucking high. So,
Yeah.
oh, and someone wants to
Hopper?
talk to him before bed.
Mother's all right. And so is
Oh.
T-Dog.
That's good to hear.
I'm sorry I couldn't bring them with us.
No, it's okay. Mm. They are doing what they wanted to do most, and that is to help others. We'll probably encounter another mother.
Hmm.
Another mother?
Well, there was another facility where I got my upgrades, and she was there too.
Oh,
But it's like almost two different brains. There's a recognition, but it's almost as if each place has their own set of memories.
As you are all getting to the cockpit, you glance out the window, Hopper, and again see the symbol of Observer Labs or Observer Industries, and you have that brief flash of the girl sat at the end of a pier in a wetsuit, her hair blowing, storm behind her. And you shake back to reality.
Mm. Yeah, no worries. I'm coming. Just hold on a bit longer.
Max?
Mm,
Max?
Max.
Yes.
Barbara was just gonna say, maybe you could check on Seth before he goes to bed.
Bye.
Why?
Well, he was punching the
Is he pissing and shitting himself again?
no, but he
Holy
is banging on
brother.
the walls of the ship, and you've known him longer than me.
All
He
right,
just needs.
fine. If he's in his drug state, though, then I'm walking out of the room.
His what?
Sometimes I get a whiff of drugs around the ship of some sort, and for a long time I've been, kind of convinced it was either you or Mackenzie. And then the other day I went and gave Seth a sandwich, and then I caught another whiff.
Seth
Seth.
has not done it in a while, so that would not make sense. That being said, you did see him using it in the past when you used to know him.
So a long time ago.
Seth,
When I made him that sandwich a long time ago.
So a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, we used to fly around with each other, and the man would give himself what's the right word? A pep in his
Blowjob.
step.
Oh.
I mean, he probably would give himself that too, but
Ooh, more teeth, more teeth.
Barbara will look down at at Hopper to see if she knew about this.
Yes, she just stares at you like, yeah, like.
I'm gonna be honest. The drug addiction or the drug addict that's aboard the ship is probably the most normal thing that I can imagine.
Oh, this sounds serious.
He's trying to get better about it. He just
mean-
misses his brother.
I mean, hey, at least he doesn't crash the ship when he's on the substance.
Did Seth tell me about his dead brother?
I don't think so.
No. You may have heard
Well,
a name dropped of him, but that's it. Nothing about
No, but you know-
information.
Sorry.
What's up?
I remember. Was it Barbara? Someone must have heard about his name, James. I feel like someone did. I don't remember. No, it was T-Dog. I think T-Dog said something, and then like out loud, and he was like, "Huh?" I'm trying to remember, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Barbara's heard about the brother.
No,
Yeah, but-
maybe his
but the
name, but
thing
that's
is-
it.
But the Pulsar just mentioned it.
Yes.
That's right. Okay, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. Fuck, I'm
They
tired.
didn't drop a name. They just said
I'm trying to get
that-
towards the wrap up of session. Sorry about that.
they literally just went on about like that. Seth just went on killing everybody
Okay.
because of his brother overdosing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I basically know his entire backstory. Okay.
Yeah, you just don't know
I
the name.
heard about the brother
That's it.
overdosing, not Seth.
Well, either way, yeah. Continue on.
So,
So Max. just,
Hopper, where do you think we should go next? I'm
Max-
sorry, what were you saying, Max?
Max was just knocking on Seth's door. Are you dead in there?
Not dead. I'm getting changed and going to bed. Tired as fuck right now.
Okay. Great teamwork, pal.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I barely did anything but thank you. You don't need to thank me. I appreciate it, but you don't really need to thank me. I felt like I did nothing. Anyway, huh? What?
I mean, I'm just, fuck it. he just pulls out a bottle of booze and starts drinking.
I'm gonna go up to the door. Mind you, this motherfucker's about to sleep naked. And he's just gonna, like, open the door a little bit and be like,
There
yeah?
aren't bedrooms. There's just little sleeping pods. She's just gonna open the
Perfect.
pod
Yeah.
and lean out fully nude.
No, fair enough. I don't care. Yes.
Max just kind of he doesn't look down because he doesn't want to look down. He's just like looking directly at
Blanket
you.
covering him. There's a blanket covering him.
But you can still
There
see
is
the
any.
massive Schween tracing.
No,
It's a really
no,
tiny
no,
Blanket.
no, it's hidden. No, it's hidden. Shut up, it's hidden.
There's the clear outline of a baseball bat.
Nope, it's hidden.
My apologies. I didn't realize you were busy. Next time, just put a sock out on the door handle or something like that. I don't know.
There's no door handle.
My god, anyway, just go back in the front. I'm trying to fucking sleep. Thank
All
you.
right. All right,
Appreciate
thank you.
So do you guys go?
Good suggestion, Barbara.
Do you guys go and look at the data discs as you start to fly away?
Yeah, but I'm also gonna ask, what's our next destination, Hopper? The
Home?
sky's the limit. Home.
Yeah, I remember the coordinates.
All right, so you start to punch in them coordinates. So as you check the data drives, the one that was in the duffel bag is the remainder of the money that isn't in the bag. Like, it's basically like a thing to clear a check, more or less. You just need
Nice.
to use that at some sort of banking place. And you look at the other one, and it's copies of contracts that were taken out on you guys. Julius of New Athens. I realized I was saying the Athens Corporation. I meant the Trojan Corporation. Of the Trojan Corporation has taken out a bounty on you guys, where he either wants you brought in or wants the ship. Ideally both.
He
There's
wants a date, or just your shit.
the more people and ship they get, the more bonus the people get paid. There's also a search war, or there is a statement put out by the Margos Corporation.
Oh no.
This is not a bounty, but it is an offer of information. Anybody who can provide information of these individuals, yours and Mackenzie's faces, will be paid if the information proves to be true upon further investigation. He's not
I
hiring
reach out
a
and hold
bounty.
Mackenzie's hand.
She looks worried. Do you think there'll be a plastic surgeon along the way? She chuckles.
What for?
Never mind. She sort of chuckles again. Yeah. All of you are flying away. And that is the end of this episode. And that is the end of the Broken Triangle arc of Shadow Space.
Oh my.
Woo!
Every-
Finally, we got an arc done!
Yay! Barbara's just gonna go, hey, everyone, look out the window to the planet. Everyone say goodbye. And I imagine we all hold up our middle fingers.
Death is sleeping.
My God,
so you
it's
can't
the
even do
broken
that.
triangle. It's the broken triangle, guys. It's the broken triangle.
I'm sorry that this took as long as it did. It felt like you guys weren't enjoying it by the end.
Man.
We'll see how the next arc goes.
Yeah.
Um,
I think this was just a prolonged arc.
I don't know if any of the NPCs or any of the players are going to be more reasonable for the next arc, so we'll see.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna move on from the Broken Triangle to Shadow Space, Deep Space.
Broken Square.
Deep Space Nine?
No, just Deep
Broken
Space.
Da
diamond.
da da da. Da 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 da.
Oh my god,
Da-
Pyramid Theory's already done and over with.
Da da.
Yeah, screw you all. But yeah, that is.
We love you. We love you. Stop.
We love you.
You owe me.
Dogpile
You-
on him. Get him.
You owe me.
You owe-
You owe me.
You old veneer. You old veneer stuff.
All right, I'll give you a blowy.
Nice points.
Meet me behind
No!
the IHOP.
That's not what I meant by you owe me. God
Anyway, hope
damn.
everybody's enjoyed this session.
You
this
didn't
episode.
go for the easy
Enjoy it.
joke and meet me behind BJ's.
Why would that?
Ah.
Why would we meet behind BJ's?
All right, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe and ring that fucking bell, you piece of shit.
Watch Doodles
That's
our
fucking
streams when they do them.
I'm doing for those in the back. I don't know if they care, but I am doing art fight. So if
This-
anyone wants to find me, it's for the.
Is our fight still gonna be going up in 3 weeks' time?
It's only gonna be going up for the whole month of July.
Okay, so I think this is going up in July. I'm not sure though. Yeah.
Where can I find that?
Art fight.
Fight.
Gonna fight.
Greg, did you have something to plug?
Yes, I run the Halo News account on Blue Sky. It's good shit. It's good shit. We don't talk about Microsoft right now. We don't talk about Microsoft right now. That is a cursed name. But everything else, Halo is great. It is an awesome series. I love it. That's why I do Halo News. You can follow me on Blue Sky. We have a Ko-fi. You can donate or support it, share with your friends, family, grandmother, grandfather, something like that. Yeah.
And check out my YouTube channel. I haven't posted anything in like 3 years, but watch it anyways.
You should start posting things, man.